A new era for American cricket began in 2021.
There he goes into a dive! What a catch!
The rise of cricket was celebrated across the country. Now, with big wickets and even bigger hits, the stars of minor league cricket are back and better than ever.
Primus goes huge!
Don't miss the nation's largest league competing for the biggest prize in American cricket. The Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship returns June 25th.
You're watching the Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship, presented by Sunoco.
Again, this is Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship game between Dallas Mustangs and Chicago Blasters. The start time is 10 a.m. This is the second leg of the tournament, so there has been excitement all around. Chicago Blasters in the huddle now. Captain taking the lead. Saying some words before the match starts, trying to enthusiast the group. They know they have a strong opponent today, and they have to make sure that they exit them at a low total to get a chance at winning this game. Umpires all set for the game, putting up the stumps there, making sure everything looks good. Fielders taking their positions, batsmen taking their positions. Welcome to the Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship game between Dallas Mustangs and Chicago Blasters. Today at the Musa Stadium, Dallas Mustangs have won the toss and they have decided to bat first. Fielders taking their positions, getting warm-up done to start the game. The batsmen have taken their positions. So the bowler is Abdullah Qadri. We are still waiting on the name of batters. Okay, and Dallas Mustangs are starting with Sushant Modani and Sujit Gaura. First ball and a beautiful upcut, and it's going to be an out, but it's a no ball. Abdullah started with a no ball. It would have been an easy wicket on the first ball, but looks like it's going to be an interesting day to start with. The weather looks nice, it's sunny, it's 88 Fahrenheit at this point of time, going to be high 90s, no rains expected. So we expect to see the full quota of 20 overs. That was an interesting first ball. Batsman took 1 run, and now the next batsman on the strike is Sushant Modani. And good length ball on the offside. Batsman decided to just leave it, not going to try another shot, not to oh, I didn't realize that that's a no ball, right? Yeah. And it was a free hit, and still batsman didn't decide to take the risk. That's some interesting. We are in the power play. And a beautiful shot on the cow corner to the 4. That's an interesting shot. The last apologies for some miscommunication. The last ball was a free hit, but it was also wide. So even this ball was a free hit, and the batsman has taken full advantage of that, and he has played excellent shot to the 4. And beautiful glance, fielder couldn't field it. That will be another 2 4 to start with. That's an excellent start from Dallas Mustangs. The bowler is still trying to find his line here, slightly on the leg side, and the batter beautifully played a good glance towards the boundary. So 2 boundary on the consecutive balls, a free hit, a no ball. So that's a great start for Dallas Mustangs. On the offside, and another beautiful shot by the Sushant Modani. Third consecutive boundary. He's on the roll. He is making use of all his experience at the international level here, trying to be in the same form and continuing here, playing a shot after shot. This was a beautiful cover drive for another 4. So first 3 balls, official balls of the over, and they have 3 consecutive boundaries here. That's an excellent start for Dallas Mustangs. Score reads now 15 runs and just 3 balls. Looks like it's going to be an expensive first over here for Chicago Blasters. And another beautiful glance, and that's another 4. Modani is on the roll today, the 4th 4, and the bowler has no answers here. He's just trying to change his line or trying to do something different, but Sushant Modani is all ready for it. 19 runs, 4 balls, and this is going to be a very expensive over to start with for Chicago Blasters. Now the bowler coming around the wicket for him, just trying to change the line, just trying to stick to the offside. Still going on the leg side, another shot, and that's going to be an 4. 5th 4 of the over. batsman trying to look at the umpire, just looking whether it's slightly above the height, but doesn't look like. No response from the umpire. He shouldn't be worried about no ball. The way he's playing, already the score is 23, 23 runs. Another ball to go, and this is going to be an interesting over. And they're trying to find the ball now. They found the ball. Ball is back on the ground. The bowler, in spite of changing his side, is still went on the leg side, and is Sushant Borani just glanced it to another 4. On another one on the leg side, full toss, and that's going to be another 4. That's a huge over for Dallas Mustang. 6 4s, and they are 27 runs. No wicket at the end of the 1 over, and we'll be back in few minutes.
1, 2, 3.
So Dallas Mustang 27 at the end of the first over. Chicago Blasters starting with a spinner now. A low ball to start with. Batsman swept it for 1 single. And the bowler is Najam Iqbal. So an interesting decision to go with the spinner in the power play, and especially after an expensive first over.
Absolutely. Good morning, folks. Firstly, wonderful day here at Musa. I mean, the picturesque, beautiful ground here. And another boundary. I mean, on a roll, definitely Dallas Mustangs. And as you pointed out, in the first over, I mean, in a lot of ways, I think it's a record as well in MLC. I mean, 6 4s, I could be wrong. Started off with a no ball, and sort of unfortunate for the bowler and the Blasters, but Sushant, I mean, not wasting any time. I think incredible. I mean, he's seeing the ball good, and was able to connect. I mean, some beautiful shots. I mean, on the onside, and that's 6 boundaries. I mean, that's amazing, incredible feat.
Modani playing it straight to the fielder, well bowled. First dot ball in a way after 8 balls. So another beautiful shot, 4 runs, a great cover drive.
Excellent shot indeed. And picked it up really well outside the off, a little fuller in length, and leaning into the ball and driving it to the cover region. Beautiful shot, 4 runs. Well, the second over in the proceedings here, Dallas Mustangs having won the toss and elected to bat. Beautiful wicket. Ball definitely appears to be coming on nicely to the bat. Najam Iqbal coming in. Much straighter ball. Playing it comfortably towards mid-on or long on for a comfortable single.
And that's the end of the second over. Dallas Mustang 37 for no loss. Sushant Modani batting on 33 out in 10 balls. So great start for Dallas Mustangs here.
Absolutely. I think it's a wonderful start. That's the kind of start typically teams batting first look for. So everything in favor of Dallas Mustangs so far, and it'll be interesting to see how they take advantage of that start, and hopefully, and I'm sure, looking forward to posting a pretty sizable total. But it's about also, not just getting carried away, right? So I think it's going to be critical. It'll be interesting to see how they take advantage of the power play and keep those runs flowing. I mean, pretty fast, quick, lightning fast outfield. Some beautiful shots on both sides of the wicket that we've gotten to see, and it's been wonderful cricket. 2 overs, and back to the third over. Looks like we have a bowling change. I think it's Sai Akunuri.
And the way Sushant Modani played that first over, he has really made Chicago Blasters to rethink about their plans a little bit here, it seems.
Absolutely. Not the greatest of starts, but then it's cricket. It's T20 cricket. Sai coming in right arm over the wicket. A short ball. Sushant looking to pull towards square, a long leg. Didn't quite connect. It'll be interesting to see if that was a wide. Yes, it is. And again, Sai, obviously, it'll take a few balls for him to settle down and try to get into a rhythm and try and actually stop that bleeding, right? I mean, too many runs given away in the first over, so hopefully the Blasters will try and recover from here. And, of course, bringing Sujit onto strike.
And that's another wide down the leg side. So Sai is still trying to find his line here, slightly going on the leg side, and I think that's what also happened in the first over, where they were more trying to ball on the leg side than on the off side, trying to get where their field is set actually.
I agree. I think they're trying a little too hard, right? I mean, not a bad idea to first get into a rhythm. I mean, bring in some discipline. Try and actually, get them to commit to some risky shots, right? I mean, that's where I would hope the bowlers would perhaps, take a few seconds. I mean, think about it. Try and actually bowl some steady lines. And so far, I mean, obviously things not working in the favor of the Blasters. But again, very early in the innings. And hopefully, they'll come back strong here. And perhaps a wicket is what they're definitely looking forward to.
Yes, and that was a leg by on the last ball.
Much better ball, shot in length. Sushant tucking it away to square leg, looking very comfortable. The pitch is playing really good. Again, credit to the folks here at Musa Stadium, the management, the staff, and the incredible amount of effort that goes in. A lot of times, this effort is not quite visible, right? I mean, behind the scenes, the non-stop work and commitment. I mean, one gentleman that full shortish length ball on the pads and no run there to short mid wicket. But one gentleman, obviously, I sometimes feel you fall short of words. I mean, there's not enough you can actually say to justify the kind of work and commitment he has shown to not just the stadium here, but in general to cricket. Saki Mohammed, or Saki Bhai, as we all know him. I mean, him and Ali, his younger brother. You got Shane, you got Julian, you got Herman. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. But it's these folks, I mean, their unwavered support, commitment, and sheer hard work that makes it all possible for us to actually sit here at this beautiful facility and experience some good cricket.
Completely agree. This is like fabulous ground, and especially the kind of heat temperatures it has been this time. I'm just amazed to see how the ground has really held up. Another quick single here.
Much better ball, fullish in length, pretty close.
The chance of run out here, a direct hit.
Good piece of fielding there. So that's the kind of commitment the Blasters need to bring them back into the game. And sharp single, played to mid-on, pretty comfortable looking on drive, and looks like end of the day they made it safely in the crease. And the umpires, by the way, Samir and I believe it's Obi on the square leg. Again, two renowned umpires. Samir doesn't really need much introduction. A lofted off drive and beautiful 4 runs. Connected it. Very smart batting there. The fielder at mid-off or sort of at cover, the batsman actually seeing that setup there and not afraid to play that lofted shot over long off or over cover for 4 runs. Runs keep coming in for the Mustangs, and that's a welcome sign for the team. Terrific start again, and with that the score is 48 for loss of no wickets
at the end of third over, and that was the first boundary from Sujit Gowra today.
Yes.
So it has been all about Sushant Modani. So he's coming into the game too now.
Absolutely. Sujit, again, another very compact, wonderful batsman. Has some good history, I mean, in terms of playing competitive cricket. I mean, back in India and, of course, here, the MLC and the local leagues. Wonderful batsman. Obviously, it was his opportunity to get some runs and a well-struck boundary. Well played.
And they get a single here, a slightly looser time by the bowler to stop it. Chicago Blasters sticking with their plan with having a spinner on the other end, and he had a really good first over. Najib Iqbal. So Chicago Blasters continuing with Najib Iqbal for his second over, second ball now. And a great shot on the offside. That's the 6. So the first 6 of the match today. And that's coming from the bat of Sushant Modani. So he's showing his range of strokes after and great consecutive force. Now he has played his first 6, and Dallas Mustangs are on the roll today.
I believe it was Sujit who got that 6. Again, a beautiful lofted. Shorter in length, sensible. Playing it to mid-wicket for a comfortable single. I mean, that to me stands out, right? I mean, it's not just about swinging your bat and trying to get boundaries, and it's also about being able to adapt, play the ball on its merit. So, again, a beautiful cover drive, leaning onto the ball, pitched a little full outside the off stump and smashing it to the extra cover boundary region for 4 runs. Beautiful shot there by Sushant. Probably seeing a football. I mean, so early in his innings, but everything that he has played so far, middle of the bat, obviously demonstrating his confidence. And, he's been in good form and in some ways unlucky in the previous games. Getting some starts, but not quite capitalizing on it. But here again, wonderful start for Sushant and a beautiful boundary. And strikes him on his pad, and there goes that dreaded finger. Wrapped on his pad, umpire doesn't hesitate, and that's LBW, and that brings Sushant Mudani's innings to an end. Well-deserved, well-batted innings. I mean, of course, some great shots there. And Sushant, LBW to Najmi Iqbal for 36 in 13 balls. Great short knock. I'm sure, probably very disappointed, especially with the kind of start Sushant got. And, he was hoping, I'm sure, to capitalize and actually, have a big score. But that's cricket for you, right? So that's the part I was alluding to earlier on. It's about that mental strength, right, to try and actually build those type of starts and convert them into big scores. Very unfortunate for Sushant, but a welcome break there for the Blasters. And with that, the score 61 for the loss of 1 wicket. It is 60, I stand corrected. 60 for 1 and 3.5 overs. Najmi getting the first breakthrough. Definitely a welcome break there for the Blasters. Sure, they were hoping and looking forward to a breakthrough, and obviously very happy about, especially getting Sushant, since he was in incredible form. I mean, striking the ball really good, and I'm sure that's the wicket they badly wanted. And with that, the skipper Corey Anderson in at number 3. Good full length ball. Corey, cautious, leaning forward, playing it safe. Absolutely no need for both the batters, right, to kind of expose or take chances, because you got runs on the scoreboard. It's about trying to settle in, get your eye in, and keep the scoreboard ticking. And gradually, of course, wait for those bad balls and try and get some of those boundaries. And the goal really is for the Mustangs to try and actually build up and have a pretty good, imposing total.
So another big hitter on the ground. So do you anticipate to see few shots early in the inning now, as the power play is still going on and Corey Anderson is playing?
Absolutely. He needs no introduction. One of the great additions to the MLC here. Sai bowling in to Sujit. Definitely showing some signs here. Sai of trying to get his line in length. That was a pretty good ball. Almost good length. Stayed a touch low. Sujit playing very cautiously to short mid-wicket there. So that's a good sign for the Chicago bowlers, and Sai in particular. And Najmi did a great job on the other end.
Well balled. Another dot ball here. So Chicago Blasters taking their chance, trying to get into the back again. They know they have got the wicket what they were really looking for, Sushant Modani. So try to get restrict by Dallas Mustang batters years to make a good power play for there, especially after an expensive couple of overs here.
Trying to slash that. It was a little wide outside the off stump. Short in length. Sujit actually looking to cut. It's quite cut it. Play towards backward point square of the wicket. Didn't quite connect. But again, these are the balls the blasters should be looking forward to. Dot balls, wickets. Don't give it away that easily, right? Let the batsmen actually earn their runs, right? I mean, try and get them to commit and take some chance, creating opportunities for catches. Wide outside the off stump, and again, not a bad ploy. Obviously balls coming in to the pads or on the stumps. The batsman looking comfortable, right? Sujit, although has not really spent a lot of time out there yet, but not a bad option there. Vasai, I mean, try and actually get the batsman to commit and make some mistakes. So wide outside the off stump and pretty good pace, good carry there to the keeper. Beautiful delivery again. Again, everything positive about the over so far. Definitely showing signs of settling down, Saikant.
And he's keeping the same line and length.
Absolutely.
Just making it tough for the batsman to play his shots. So
absolutely.
Really good to see that.
And Sujit doing the right thing, right? Not getting carried away, right? He's playing based on the merit of the ball, right? I mean, I don't think he would want to actually go forcibly try and convert. Beautiful delivery there again. Outside the off stump, good length ball into the hands of the keeper. With that,
yep, and that's a maiden over. That's in the power play. End of the over. Will back in few seconds.
My son, he's so soft-spoken.
Oh, yeah!
Everyone says he's so good-looking, and he never forgets to call.
Hi, Mom.
Born for your trousseau, the 2022 Tundra. Toyota, let's go places.
After a maiden last over, Dallas Mustangs are 60 for 1 at the end of 5 overs. So this is the last over for the power play, and I believe Corey Anderson will try to make maximum use of this.
sensible. Just a short arm, sort of a flick there to short mid wicket. Completely understandable, wanting to get his eye in, settle down, and then hopefully try and go after the bowling. Beautiful delivery there. Pushed it to whitish, long on. With that, Corey opening his account. And I think in that earlier on you mentioned Corey, and it's such a wonderful addition, right? I mean, some of the big names here in the league, Corey being one of them, you know, obviously, you know, brings in the level of competition to the league in itself across the country. I mean, the league, again, a lot of that credit goes to the MLC team there, right? I mean, for this incredible concept, opportunity, or a platform for the top players to come and compete and play for the various teams. Down the leg, waiting for the umpire's signal, and it's a wide.
Absolutely, Agisha, and it's also about like playing with the senior players, getting that experience for the younger players. That's a huge boost for them.
Absolutely. Beautifully connect there. A fuller length ball off stump, and Sujit wasting no time, connecting it beautifully to mid wicket for a 6. he's striking the ball well as well. I mean, that's a welcome sign for the Dallas Mustangs, and great shot. Picked it up, sighted the ball, the flight especially early on, pulled it beautifully towards the mid-wicket region for 6 runs.
Yeah, his second six of this innings, so he looks comfortable now.
Playing it cautiously, back to
Yeah.
the bowler.
Yeah.
And Najam not hesitating to try, create some variations, and I think it's worth the risk. I mean, not a bad ploy to toss the ball up. I mean, flatten it a little, just to create some of those variations, like in this ball. Much flatter, although a little short in length. Batsman playing comfortably to square leg for 2 runs. That's the kind of that's what experience brings to a bowler, and clearly Najim giving it some thought, trying to sort of figure out how does he best mix it up, right? How does he bring in some of those variations so the batsman can make some mistakes. Again, flatter outside the off-stump ball, played to wideish mid-off, no run, and with that the end of
6 over, and Dallas Mustangs are 70 for 1 at the end of the power play. That has been a good power play for Dallas Mustangs.
What's up, Doug? What got into you?
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
I know the start wasn't the greatest for the Blasters, right? The bowler, Abdullah, again, a seasoned cricketer, right? One of those things in cricket, I mean, obviously the game in itself has sometimes the weird part of it. Batsmen, any good players, bowlers, sometimes having those off days, right? Abdullah, I mean, has played some good cricket for Hyderabad, and, definitely not what he was probably looking forward to today. And, but it's more about his ability, right? I mean, for him to kind of perhaps take a few moments, think about it, but I'm positive his experience, right? I mean, the kind of cricket he has played in the past will bring him back, hopefully, with a much better second spell. But again, it's cricket, right? So it could happen. I mean, there are bad days, there are off days. So, you just can't control a lot of that element.
And there is a bowling change now. Mohit Patel is bowling his first over, and a well bowled on the offside. Corey Anderson tried to cut it but couldn't make that connection. I completely agree with you, and with respect to Abdullah, and it's been just the first over and the second ball when he was still trying to get into rhythm, and Sushant Morani played those beautiful shots. It sometimes disturbs the rhythm and for the bowler too.
Beautiful off drive there by Corey. Straight to long off, comfortable single. And you're right. Again, it's about a player's ability to come back, right? We've seen it, thousands of times, right? I mean, there are spells in terms of, how good these spells could be, right? I mean, of course, there are situations where bowlers are typically very consistent, but again, it's not unusual to have, sort of a bad start and then come back strong. So I'm hoping, that's what Abdullah is going to be working on, and of course, help the Chicago Blasters with the later part of the innings.
Completely agree. Corey has been having a quiet innings, 2 runs from 5 balls.
Great start there. Wonderful ball on the stumps. Shortish length, almost good length there. Batsman Sujit playing very cautiously back to the bowler. No run.
great ball from the Mohit. Trying to ball as straighter as possible for to Suchet.
Good bowling there, not giving any width, not bowling too full. The wicket's playing great, very consistent, coming onto the bat. You know, definitely a wicket for stroke play. For the bowlers, obviously discipline, right? Bowling good line and lengths, creating some variations, but overall a beautiful wicket, and can't really complain. I mean, batsmen obviously looking at the runs. I'm sure you've seen some of those shots in the earlier part of the innings. Some great shots on both sides of the wicket. I'm sure the batters are enjoying out there in the middle.
Absolutely. Is another thing is just that confidence which gives them once they can play their shots is like that helps them to build up their innings too. There was a check on the ball from the umpires, and it seems the ball is still in good condition. 7 overs old. I'm sorry. And Mohit again back to his stride here.
No, great start. I think, especially given the situation, Mohit has had a great start bowling pretty well, fairly consistent. Needs to be doing that the remainder of his spell. Again, a beautiful ball, shot in length, above the waist, a nice little back foot drive there to mid wicket, comfortable single.
And the 3 balls he hasn't let Sujit to free his arms.
Absolutely, that's the key, Ninad. Like I said, to try and actually maintain some sort of a good, steady line and length, get into a rhythm. Let the batsman make mistakes, right? I mean, force the batsman to go outside their comfort zone. And, of course, that could be risky as well. I mean, yes, that's probably a possibility that they could get hit. But for the bowler, again, a very good ball again. For the bowler to keep trying, to be persistent, right? They have to keep trying to maintain that consistency. Right, and of course that consistency will bring in rewards, right? That's really the goal. And to your point about batsmen getting comfortable, right? I mean, in a lot of ways, it's a mental aspect to batting as well, or for that matter, playing cricket. So those first few balls, right, making sure you're middling them and you're comfortable with the shots. I mean, mainly to try and actually score in areas that you intend to, right? That boosts the batsman's confidence, and confidence does wonders. Just goes without saying. And so far, it seems to be the case here with the Mustangs and Sushant. It was just a very short innings, but a very powerful display of hitting. It wasn't a case of just swinging his bat and playing across the line, but good cricketing shots across. On both sides of the field, mainly on the onside, of course, because the ball was being drifted, right, towards the legs and kind of setting it up nicely for the batsman to be able to play those beautiful shots on the square leg and mid-wicket and so forth.
Yep, absolutely. And Dallas Mustangs are 72 for 1 at the end of the 7 overs, trying to build up that pace they got during their power play. And there's another bowling change here. Muhammad Waqas coming into the attack, another spin options replacing Najab.
Waqas, again, very good all-rounder, right? He's having an incredible tournament. In fact, one of the most consistent performers for the Blasters. Very good utility bowler, can bat. Very good batsman as well, fairly aggressive with his approach, and not a bad idea. Najam's, he bowled well. Pretty good 3 overs, especially given the situation where runs were leaking from the other side. I think I sort of agree with that decision to perhaps keep himself, save himself for the later part of the innings with his remaining 2 or 1 overs. So I think it's a good change. Waqas coming in place of Najam.
A quick single on the first ball.
Great ball there.
And
Beautiful.
well played by Corey too. He didn't try to get that big shot there, respecting to the baller and his length there.
Didn't quite intend to kind of flick the ball, try to kind of play a little straighter, but just took an outside edge and more of an inside edge, I'm sorry, and to the short fine leg fielder there. Again, Corey, I think what he's trying to do is rotate, get off strike, get in a few balls, and that's exactly what he's known to do once he settles down. A huge six outside the park. Not sure if we'll be able to get that ball. A beautiful six there with Corey Anderson, the mid-wicket region.
Great shot. I mean that was the shot I was expecting on the last ball, and looks like he was just making sure the length of the bowler is what he prefers to play that big shot. Outside the park, I believe they will have to look for a new ball, and it seems like that this case the third umpire, the fourth umpire coming out with the new set of balls here. A huge shot.
Great shot. And again, credit to him, and I'm sure it's his experience having played at the highest level for several years, wanting to be patient, waiting for that right ball. And that's a classic Corey Anderson shot. I mean, extremely strong on the onside. Just waiting for that fuller length delivery on the leg or on the stumps. Got nicely behind it and cleared it very comfortably.
And the smoothness with which he plays the shot, you never understand like what strength is really going behind that shot. But once the ball goes, you are like, oh wow, that's a big one.
It's timing, it's experience, confidence. I think it goes on and on. We've seen some of those classic innings from Corey in the past, and when he gets going, it's really hard to stop him. Wonderful player and a great human being as well. And it's such a privilege to have him here, play in this league. And I'm sure the Mustangs appreciate it tremendously as well.
Absolutely. The score now reads 79 for 1. 4 balls have been bowled in this over. Another 2 to go. A quick stoppage here just to change the ball. And looks like they have another ball and they are ready to start.
It's a white ball. Obviously, bowler not happy with that call. May have been close, but end of the day, it's the umpire's territory and called a white ball.
And that 6 making him do something different here now.
Correct. A little uppish drive there, a push to mid-wicket. 1 run. Good control there by Corey again, not trying to go after every ball. And good change there by Waqas. I mean, just obviously varying the ball, not giving it away that easily, and bringing Sujit on strike.
Absolutely.
Great ball there. Played it back to the bowler. Slight misfielding, and obviously no run there. With that, the end of the over.
8 over. At the end of the 8 over, Dallas Mustangs are 81 for 1. Mohit Patel coming for his second over. He had a great first over. He just gave 2 runs. Trying to ball slightly shortish length to Sujit. He restricted Sujit really well. Now this time, like first, he will be bowling to Corey Anderson, his first ball. Let's see what's his game plan for Corey here.
Corey on 9 of 10 balls with 1 6, and Sujit 24 of 24 balls, 1 4 and 2 sixers.
Dead ball there. Looks like Mohit got stuck somewhere in his right.
Shot in length, playing it square of the wicket to its backward point. Great fielding. Saved that potential boundary. 2 runs, 2 comfortable runs to Corey. And to your point, in Mohit, obviously, great first over, just 2 runs. And that's a great sign. And I'm sure he's looking forward to try and do his best and contain, not give those runs or get. Again, a very good ball, not giving that width. On the stumps, Corey playing it to the gully, backward point region, or pretty square. It's good bowling there by Mohit. Very good bowling.
And he has been consistent with his length, and he's just trying to bowl the straighter ones, not giving any opportunity for batsmen to free their arms. Odd variation somewhere just to trick them.
That was a wild swing. Didn't connect, looking to go towards the long on mid-wicket region. That's Corey's strength, but not quite connecting. Credit to Mohit there again. 3 beautiful balls, not giving it away. Goes back to the point about the ability of a bowler to try and be consistent, try and bowl in the same spots with slight variations, hoping the batsman to make some mistakes. Beautiful slower ball, wonderful change there in bowling, and Corey not reading it early on, and obviously had already committed and had to sort of check at the last second to play that little mistimed shot there for a single. Good bowling, Mohit.
Dallas Mustangs on 84 for 1. Mohit Patel to now Sujit Gaura, bowling the 5th ball.
A huge.
Oh.
Good effort there. Beautiful shot there by Sujit. Just clearing the square leg boundary for a 6. But effort. I mean, hats off to the effort there by the fielder on the boundary line. Deep square leg. Almost there. I'm not sure if actually he was able to get his hands onto the ball, but very positive to see that kind of commitment. But a wonderful shot there for Sujit for 6 runs.
Looks like the umpire signaled 4 there. It seems there was a
Oh,
bump before. Another another pull shot, and that's another 4. Great shot by Sujit. Since he has read the Moise plan to ball him a slightly shorter, maybe probably standing slightly in the crease to pull those shots. End of the over. We'll be back in few seconds.
Took that last corner pretty quick.
Sir, I need one hand on the roof, one hand on the pump.
Timeout for Sunoco Go Rewards.
Keep pumping.
With new Sunoco Go rewards, when you fuel, you save because rewards come first.
'91 for 1 and 9 overs. Wakas coming in to ball his third over. Again, a great shot there by Corey. Hit it pretty hard. Deep mid wicket. Comfortable run.
Dallas Mustangs going almost for 10 runs per over. They will be really hoping to reach that 200 mark if the things go well, and especially with Corey Anderson batting there, and Sujit isn't looking in a great form today.
Very sensible batting there by Sujit. Ball stayed a touch low. Again, a great good length spot in Sujit playing cautiously, just flicking it there. Square, to square leg, short fine leg area for a comfortable single. But that's a great sign. Obviously, not just playing any predetermined shots, playing the ball according to its merit. Wakas coming in to Corey. Corey playing that towards the extra cover region for a single.
Yeah. Well balled by Wakas. He's trying to just keep try ball the slower ones, trying to keep those ball lows, not giving enough space for batsmen to hit well. And that was really well played by Sujit in the first ball, considering he just hit 2 great fours in just the last over.
Good ball there by Wakas again. Very sensible shot by Sujit. Playing it towards Swedish long on for, again, a comfortable single. And you're right in it. So it's not always about boundaries. It's also about the ability to rotate strike, right? To get those ones and twos and try and minimize those dot balls. And very sensible batting by both of them. And Corey placed that to mid wicket, a little shot, actually quite short of the fielder, deep mid wicket. Didn't quite time it, more of a top edge. And the ball ballooning in there, was there for a few seconds, but clearly short of the fielder, deep mid wicket.
Yeah, he really wanted to hit it slightly straighter, but it just took this top edge. Lucky enough not to land in the fielder's hands.
Very comfortable looking drive there to Whitish long on, and again low full toss ball wasn't quite there to go all the way to Wakas. And with that, we'll take a pause and be back in a few seconds.
वक्त आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस, इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले। हाँ, तेरे घर लाने का।
that 10 overs, Ninad, or 11? 10. 10 overs.
And there's a bowling change. Awais Zia coming into the attack.
Very good all-rounder, Awazia. Has been around, plays fair amount of competitive cricket, renowned name, the Midwest region. Excellent start there. Good length ball outside the off stump. Looking great. Wonderful start there by Awais. Shot in length. Pulled a little flat, a little quicker. But Sujit quickly latching onto that, going on his back foot and playing it towards a mid-wicket square leg region for a comfortable single.
And Sujit playing now on 36 from 31 balls. Is looking in a good touch, trying to build up that in his innings, slowly rotating and playing that shots where he gets a length. Zia now to Corey Anderson for the next ball.
Again, a much flatter, faster ball. Corey going on his back foot, playing it towards mid-wicket. 1 run, very comfortable single. Awais already showing signs of some good variations. Very calculated, bowling to his field. Great start. Coming in to the batsman, tucking it there to short mid-wicket. Good fielding. Creating absolutely no chances for those 2 runs. So good fielding overall by the Blasters. You know, charging in, very sensible as far as attacking the ball and making sure you're not giving it away that easily.
Another flatter, slightly playing on the leg side. Another single for Corey here. And with that, that's 100 runs for Dallas Mustangs at the end of 10.3 overs. And just at the loss of 1 wicket. So they are in pretty great shape here now for a big score.
Absolutely, Ninad. 10 overs, 100. I mean, that's a wonderful start. I'm sure they would be looking for something about a 200 plus score. This was a little wider outside the off stump. Again, Awais hoping for the batsman to kind of step out and commit and create some chances. Good thinking, but again, the bigger scheme of things, that extra run, I think it's well worth the effort as a wide. Doesn't hurt to try. Again, a very good ball. Sujit playing it to mid-wicket. And with that, the end of 11 overs. One of 4 for 1 after 11 overs, the loss of 1 wicket. Wonderful day here at the Musa Stadium. Beautiful, sunny, nice weather. Beautiful cricket ground. Just can't say enough about the setting here. And such a wonderful, ideal cricket playing environment. And the Dallas Mustangs, again, for those of you who just joined in, won the toss, decided to bat. And the 12th over, Waqas coming in. A full toss, and Sujit Goes after it, and that's a huge six. Bowler, the fielder, obviously doing his best, but clearly outside the boundary, a clear six, a full toss, a little off there in terms of, I'm sure Wakas didn't quite intend to kind of bowl it that full, but Sujit didn't waste any time in being able to latch onto that and go after the ball for a six.
Nicely played down for 1 run. That's an excellent batting by Sujit here. One previous ball he hit the six, and next ball just playing at the length of the ball. That's a very sensible batting, and he's looks like he's set for a big score. Forecast to Corey Anderson now.
Playing a cross-batted shot there, way outside the off stump. Looked a little predetermined, but again, credit to the bowler there. Wakas, very sensible bowling. And Wakas, just to talk a little about him, he's played some very good cricket, first-class cricket back in Pakistan, and of course one of the prominent players, if you will, in the region here in the south. Excellent all-rounder, very good cricketer, lots of experience. Great ball,
Okay.
good length. Sujit playing it cautiously to short cover for a single. I think just the level of talent. It's so convincing. It's truly amazing to kind of see the talent here across the different teams playing in the minor league. Wonderful opportunity. When I say opportunity, learning opportunity for cricketers, especially budding cricketers, right? For them to kind of watch. Again, going after the ball, trying to loft it straight, but completely missing it. Lucky for Corey there that the ball was outside the off stump. Good bowling by Wakas. Not afraid to toss it up, hoping for the batsman to make a mistake.
Corey Anderson seems trying to change the gears here, trying to make some quick runs.
That's his style of cricket, Ninad. If the ball is there, especially in the arc, he loves to go after it. But again, wonderful over, and we'll be back in a few seconds.
My son, he's so soft-spoken. Everyone says he's so good-looking, and he never forgets to call.
Hi, Mom. Born for your trousseau, the 2022 Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
Sujit committing there to try and actually step out, and good adjustment there with the bowler. Is that Awais, still Awais, Ninad?
Yes,
okay.
Awais is still bowling from that end.
Flatter ball, and slight misfield, just about enough to create an opportunity there for the batsman to get 2 runs. Good shot, kept it down, hit it pretty flat, quick to the fielder in the mid-wicket region.
And Dallas Mustangs are at 115 as a loss of 1 wicket.
Again, not giving that fuller ball that Sujit is hopefully looking for to try and actually loft or perhaps step out and play straight. Credit there to Awais, recognizing that early on and trying to just kind of keep it a little outside his comfort zone. Again, similar delivery. Hit it pretty flat, Corey, to long on for a single. Absolutely not giving any room there for the batsman to get underneath the ball and be able to hit it for a 4 or 6. Great bowling, sensible bowling there. Fairways pretty quick, flatter outside the off stump. Sujit just letting it go. Again, a wonderful delivery, good length ball, stayed a touch low on the stumps.
And with that, Sujit's 50, 40 balls.
Excellent 50 there by the vice captain Sujit Gowda. 50 runs of 40 balls. I mean, that's a wonderful innings there, well constructed innings. Very good batting, chanceless, no lives. Very good batting, and obviously an opportunity here for Sujit to keep it going and build on that wonderful start he's had. And it'll be interesting to see if there's going to be any change in terms of how he goes about actually scoring runs in the next couple of overs. But again, a very good innings, chanceless 50 and 40 balls with Sujit Gowda.
And we'll take a pause.
Drifting down the leg, rightfully called a wide.
Wakas is in his final over now. In 3 overs, he has given 24 runs. No wicket taken yet. Dallas Mustangs score is 114 for 1 at the end of 13 overs. Looking strong. Great 50 from Sujit.
A much slower ball there from Wakas. Bowling straight onto the stumps for a comfortable single to Sujit. Bringing Corey on strike.
Chicago Blasters must be looking for a wicket here somewhere. I mean, they have restricted the scoring, but another shot on the cover side for Corey, 1 run. He's trying to rotate the strike, give more strike to Sujit now.
And to your point, yes, wickets would definitely help, but it's also about containing, try and stop those flow of runs, right? I would think. Again, exactly what we were talking about a little while ago. It's about trying to get those full balls, trying to get underneath those balls, and being able to comfortably clear and hit them for sixers. And that's exactly what Sujit actually took advantage of. Obviously, Wakas tossing the ball a little, hoping for some sort of an edge or for Sujit to actually sky the ball and create a chance there for a catch. But Sujit has been seeing the ball so good, wasting no time and being able to recognize the ball, being there in the slot and comfortably clearing the long on boundary for a 6. And yet another shot. This time wasn't as full, but it was more improvisation on Sujit's side and just beautifully positioning himself to go after the ball and get another huge 6. This was in the mid-wicket region for 6 more runs, and Sujit, I guess it's fantastic. He's seeing the ball good. He's playing those balls based on its merit, going after the bad ones, and playing sensible as well at the same time, trying to rotate strikes. That's exactly what I was referring to. I mean, that ball, again, a much shorter ball, slightly drifting down the leg, playing it towards the short fine leg region. Sensible batting there by Sujit. showing all these signs of, typical batsmen, where they look to construct and actually capitalize on great starts and work towards getting a large score.
And the great thing, he hasn't really played any predetermined shot. He's
Exactly.
always be playing back to the length of the ball. So very great to see that.
Beautiful delivery there by Waqas, just slightly outside the off stump.
So expensive 14th over for Chicago Blasters, 16 runs scored. Always continuing for his third over. Sujit nicely played down for another single.
Except that last over from Waqas. I mean, to be fair to him, I think he bowled 3 good overs, except for the last one, couple of sixers there. For the most part, I thought he bowled pretty well, especially given the kind of start Dallas got, right, to contain and come back strong. Good ball there by Awais. Again, he's doing a good job from this end, trying to stop some of that bleeding of runs. And back to Waqas. I mean, again, except for the last over, I thought he had a wonderful spell. And those couple of balls, I mean, almost full in length, and was there. I mean, was there in the slot for Sujit to go after it. And a beautiful shot there by Sujit again. This time a little short in length, the leg slightly outside the leg, and playing it to its long leg boundary for 4 runs. Excellent shot, timed it beautifully, middle of the bat, and that's exactly what it has been for Sujit all along today in his innings.
Exactly, and the way like he played that shot, he just waited for the ball to come and then pull it. So he looked awkward, but it was a fabulous shot.
It indeed was.
Another great shot down along and for another 4. 2 consecutive 4s for Sujit here. Excellent batting.
It was a 6, and it was pretty close, but umpire just called it a 6. But it was pretty flat, well struck shot there to mid wicket. Beautifully timed, and of course was flatter, much flatter, and he timed it so well the ball carried all the way for a 6. Outside the off stump, good change, good comeback there by Awais. Sujit continuing his incredible form. Slight change there. Awais deciding to go around these stumps. A good looking off drive. Mid off. Good fielding. No chance for a second run. Slight misfield, and that, yes, creates an opportunity for the second. Perhaps a little backup may have helped. But again, looking good.
And that's the end of the over. We'll take a pause.
What's up, Doug? What got into you?
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
.148 for 1 in 15 overs. Sujit batting on 77 of 50 balls. Corey 21 in 26 balls.
I think it's a great batting by these two. I mean, Corey tried to play some of the shots. He realized that he's not making that great of connection, so he has been really rotating the strike, giving the Sujit to play the shots, and he has been exceptional today.
He has, definitely, Ninad. Again, great sign there for the Mustangs. That's the kind of start I'm sure they were hoping and looking forward to. Both the batsmen and, of course, Sushant himself, wonderful start. A lot of that credit goes to him for setting up that platform, that stage for the other batters to capitalize and continue to keep that momentum, right, and keep those runs coming in. So, great start, great continuity here by Sujit and Corey. So you got 5 overs to go, and Ninad, I mean, what would your projection be?
I think Dallas Mustangs must be really hoping for anything over 200 from here. 9 wickets in hand. Sujit is looking in great form. They have their captain there, Corey, batting on 21, well set, trying to create those shots. So next 5 overs will be something where they will really try to change the gears now. Sai coming back on the attack.
Good change again. I think Sai had good 2-over spell, just 10 runs. So it makes sense to try and actually bring him back, coming in from the other end. Sai, again, a very deceptive bowler. It's got some good pace, hits some good lines, and it'll be interesting to see how the batters try and actually adapt and try and get runs. Beautiful delivery there. Corey, again, trying to go towards the long gone region, but not quite connecting. Perhaps the best approach may be to try and rotate, get Sujit back on strike. But again, Corey is no bunny. It's just a matter of getting that 1 or 2 balls on his, or the middle of his bat, and very capable of doing damage on his own.
Side to Corey again for the 3rd ball. And
beautiful shot there by Corey.
Great
I mean,
shot.
That's the experience. That's the experience we were talking about earlier, right? Didn't connect the previous ball, but this time being a little patient, waiting that touch second, quickly adapting and striking it so clean to mid-wicket for 4 runs. Great shot by Corey.
And even Sujit tried to give some inputs to Corey there, and it seems like it worked well. So it's just about how much Sujit also knows about Sai and his bowling somewhere there.
A great point. And there you go. Finally, Sai gets rewarded for his hard work. And Corey, again, trying to go after the bowling, which makes sense. I mean, at this stage, he has to offer shots and try and actually get some runs. But unlucky, a wonderful ball there by Sai Kant Kanuri. Clean bowling, Corey, who scored 25. And again, good contribution there as a skipper. And I'm sure he would have wanted to do a lot more. But at the end, I mean, runs have been comfortably coming in for the Mustangs. So it didn't really hurt the team, but Corey batted well. And, of course, it's easier said than done. I mean, it's obviously hard for a batter to go in and be able to connect every single ball, so it's fully understandable. But nevertheless, that's 25-plus good runs, and I'm sure the Mustangs are very happy with that short cameo there by Corey Anderson.
Completely agree. And do you think the Chicago Blasters, though got a wicket here, it's a couple of overs late for them, considering now we are in the last 5 overs?
Yes, I would still think all is not lost. I mean, you still got about 4.5 overs here. The simplest approach would be contain. Wickets are always welcome, but I think it's key. Try and actually contain, don't give those boundaries. try and actually, bring in some discipline to that bowling, right? I mean, keep those line and lengths, keep it steady, keep it consistent, hoping that the batsman would actually make some mistakes. And of course, the next batter in Ali Sheikh, who's an existing Team USA under-19 player. Again, a very capable all-rounder, left-arm spinner, and of course, middle order batsman. Plays pretty aggressive, so it'll be interesting to see how Ali goes about batting here. Doesn't waste any time, goes after the ball, was fuller in length, and hit it straight to the bowler. Again, Ali is known for his aggressive style of batting, very capable.
Dallas Mustang 152 for 2 after that wicket. Great shot down for a single, but it was a great looking shot.
Yes, and then that's Ali, his
वक्त आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस, इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले।
हाँ, मेरे घर लाने का।
Dallas Mustang 153 for 2 at the end of 16 overs, and a great looking shot again from Ali. He looks to be in great stride from the ball 1.
Yes, and of course, nothing to lose with about 8 wickets in hand. So they have that luxury, right, to go after every single ball. And the right approach, I love the positivity there. And it makes sense under the circumstances. I think they can afford to do that. And Awais in bowling his 4th over. A nice looking back foot drive there to the cover region by Sujit. Again, nothing seems to be going wrong with him. Everything that he's striking is striking it very comfortably, looking very confident, middling the ball. A beautiful cover drive with the back foot. 4 runs to Sujit.
Awais has really bowled well too, for, keeping the ball flatter, but Sujit has been exceptional. And
so we'll have to wait for the umpire's signal.
So the sums are broken, but we are not sure. Okay.
Yeah, so it's probably his, it went off pass, and so there was no wide called. Much quicker ball. It was drifting a little down the leg, and Sujit trying to actually hit it towards square leg, long leg, didn't connect. Again, going after it, playing towards mid-wicket, single, bringing Ali on strike.
Sujit has really built up his innings well, and he has not let the momentum down from one which with which they started earlier in the power play, with Sushant Murani starting with the 6 fours in the first over.
Great ball there by Awais, almost Yorker length. Ali doing the right thing, very sensible, just driving it to long off and rotating and bringing Sujit back on strike. Good bowling there by Awais, not giving it away, that and making it easy for the batsman. Again, a much fuller ball, making sure Sujit didn't quite get underneath the ball. Excellent over there by Awais. great spell.
He has been consistent with his line.
End of 17 overs, Mustangs 161 for 2. Sujit batting on 83 of 54. And new batsman Ali Sheikh 3 of 4 balls. Aves, pretty good spell. I mean, 4 overs and 33 runs and 1 wicket. Sai coming in to bowl. Hits it straight to square leg, and with that wicket brings or concludes Sujit's beautiful knock here today. Excellent innings. That was the only shot I think that he played. Perhaps didn't quite go according to his calculations, but nevertheless, a wonderful innings here by Sujit. Very unfortunate to miss out on a bigger score of getting 100, but nevertheless, a wonderful innings. 83 of 54 balls, 4 fours, 6 sixers. So that brings in the third wicket. Dallas Mustangs 161 for 2. And again, Sai, excellent bowling too. This is his second wicket. Bowling very well, some very good discipline there, and generating some decent pace as well. So deserving wicket. Has been pretty consistent.
Exactly, and the first fall shot in today's innings from Sujit, and right in a way he was trying to increase the pace of the inning, considering we are in the last 3 overs. But he played a fabulous inning and excellent bowling from side too. It's like the exceptional bowler bowling to an exceptional batter here today. So great inning overall. Sai now in his last over. So Sahib Malhotra is on the crease. He played the first ball for single, and Ali Sheikh is on the strike now.
Good batter, Saib Malhotra. Again, an all-rounder. Has the skill to be able to clear boundaries. Ali, again, hoping for the ball to be there in that zone and go towards the mid-wicket long-on region. Didn't connect. Again, credit to Saikanth. Sai bowling really well, not giving it away. Excellent bowling there by Sai, and well-deserved 2 wickets as well for him. Shortish in length.
Ali tried
Ali trying to play towards square leg, long leg. It's that deceptive pace I was talking about. Tends to come in much faster after it pitches. It's much heavier. That's what he's known to do. And great job there. I'm sure the Blasters are happy with the way Saikanth is bowling. Great change in pace. Excellent thought there. Ali again sensibly playing it to long off. Good change in pace, good change in bowling. Excellent variation there by Saikanth.
And Chicago Blasters must be happy here, considering they saw the back of Sujit now. They have been really successful in containing the runs. Dallas Mustangs were going for 10 runs for an over, and this over has been pretty good uh, with respect to runs. And
Beautiful
that's a
shot there by Saib. Again, it's never easy to walk in, just play a couple of balls and be able to go after it. But Saib clearly seeing the ball well, struck it so beautifully over long on for a 6. And with that, the end of the over, and we'll be back in a few seconds.
My son, he's so soft-spoken. Everyone says he's so good-looking, and he never forgets to call.
Hi, Mom. Born for your true self. The 2022 Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
Dallas Mustangs 169 for 3 in 18 overs. Ali Sheikh batting on 4 of 7 balls. Saib Malhotra, who just walked in a few minutes ago, 7 runs of 2 balls with 1 big 6 in the long on region.
Final 2 overs. So they will be definitely trying to get as many 4s and as many 6s here. So any estimates on the score, Shah?
With 3 overs to go, or 2 overs to go, I would think the Mustangs would be looking forward to at least 20 plus runs. But again, credit to the Blasters. They came back pretty strong. It's exactly those dot balls I was talking about, creating pressure on the batsmen, hoping for them to make mistakes. I think credit to the bowlers. They came back pretty good.
Absolutely. A quick single there and a slightly wide throw, a comfortable single, but well fielded.
And apologies, we stand corrected. The previous over was Mohit, and it's Saikant now bowling his 3rd over. Hitting it straight to long on, and didn't quite middle it, but fielder taking a very comfortable catch, well judged, and that gives Saikant his 2nd wicket. Again, a nice setup there. Wasn't quite there. Saib couldn't really get completely underneath the ball and clear the boundary as he was hoping to, but hitting it straight to the fielder at long on. And with that, brings down the 4th wicket for the Mustangs.
170 for 4.
170 for 4. 18.3 overs.
Chicago Blasters has been really good in last couple of overs. I mean, once they got a wicket of Corey Anderson and Sujay, they have been able to contain the scoring, and they will be really happy with this couple of overs.
Absolutely. Again, great job. Very well bowled the last 3-4 overs. I think that credit clearly goes to Avais. It goes to Wakas and of course Saikant and of course Mohit. So I think these bowlers sort of brought Chicago back in the game. Hopefully, trying to see if they could contain and keep them within 200. So making it a realistic chance, if you will, for them to be able to chase down that total. So great job by the Chicago Blasters bowling side. And it'll be interesting to see how the next 9 balls convert for the Dallas Mustangs. And from their point of view, I'm sure they would be looking forward to at least about 15, 20 runs, and it'll be interesting to see what happens.
So new batsman is Preston Matthews, trying to scoop the first ball and just a single.
Not a easy shot to play, especially if it's the first ball you're facing. And with 9 balls to go, clearly understand the approach Petson decided to take, to improvise and scoop the ball to find leg, then connect. But definitely worth a try. Anything, just getting a little creative and giving it a chance is well worth the effort. But again, Saikant, good bowling, making sure not giving away those extra boundaries.
Exactly. Side coming to Ali now. Down the ground and straight to the fielder on long on. Another wicket for Chicago Blasters.
And again, credit to Saikant, bowling to his field, a fuller ball, straight to long on. And with that, it brings Ali Sheikh's innings to an end. Was hoping to clear the long on boundary, but didn't quite connect. And that extension perhaps didn't really get a chance to go all the way through and be able to clear that boundary. But again, just given that we have about 7, 8 balls left, there's not much to lose. Obviously worth the risk. And although it didn't quite work out in the favor of the Mustangs. But all credit again to the Chicago Blasters bowling team. Good catching there. A nice looking shot towards backward point for single. Good fielding there. Could have been a boundary. Lots of ground to cover there for the fielder. Did a great job covering that long distance and avoiding that boundary. An excellent spell there by Saikant. Mustangs 173 for 5, the last over to go, and back to Saikant's excellent spell. 4 overs, 18 runs, 3 wickets. Clearly the standout of all the bowlers, and excellent bowling there again by Saikant. Wonderful spell.
And another great bowler, Mohit Patel, who had an exceptional day today, bowling the last ball. 2 new batters for Dallas Mustangs. So it will be interesting over to see.
A slower delivery, and that was Sachin Kumar Asokan, wasting no time. It was a touch shorter in length, playing it towards mid wicket, bringing Petson back on strike. Good ball there by Mohit. 5 balls to go.
Mohit has really used the short balls really well today. In the initial, he was trying to bowl slightly shorter and more on the west lane, above chest length for Sujit. Now he's building it slightly flatter.
Huge loft there, way up in the air, and a beautiful catch there. Was pretty straight. The long on fielder had to actually come in fairly in, and of course lateral to his left as well, but was up in the air for quite a few seconds. Did great in being able to judge and be able to take that catch. Again, beautiful ball there by Mohit. Wonderful catch. And that brings the end of innings of Petts and Matthews. So 4 balls to go.
The final over, so it will be slightly tougher for them to make those extra runs here. And Mohit has been really great with his line and length today. So Chicago Blasters will be happy with this last few overs.
Definitely, Ninad. A fantastic job there, actually, for them to come back and be able to restrict Dallas, right? I mean, I think things are going great for them, and of course, the new batsman coming in is Nosh, who, again, a member of the Team USA. I mean, it's been on a dream run, terrific form, both with the bat and ball. So 3 balls to go. Mohit coming in to bowl to Sachin. And Sachin connects it beautifully. And there you go for a 6. I'm sure the Mustangs were looking forward to that score of 6 runs. Beautiful shot by Sachin to mid-wicket. And with that, I believe, 2 balls to go. And the Mustangs, I'm sure, are happy and hoping for the next 2 balls to actually bring them a couple of boundaries at least. But then back to Chicago, and, the need for them to kind of finish and close, finish strong and not just give away those extra boundaries in the next 2 deliveries. Great shot by Sachin.
And with that, Dallas Mustangs are on 180 for 6.
Slower ball, and Sachin, again, having to check his shot there. Play towards whitish, long off, and fielder doing a good job. I believe it was Saikant. And with that, the last ball of the innings, and what will it be, Ninad?
I'm not sure. So I think the 6 will be great to see now. Oh, that well bowled by Mohit there. Batsman tried to get that pull shot for a 6, but they could just manage 1 here.
So it looks like there's 1 more ball in. Apologies, we were wrong, but that was Nosh again trying to play towards mid-wicket, didn't quite connect. Just got a run, and Sachin in position here to play the last ball of the innings. A slower ball, committed a little early there, and didn't quite get the distance, but the fielder at mid-wicket taking a very comfortable catch. And with that, the conclusion of 20 overs, and the score, Dallas Mustangs 182 for the loss of 6 wickets. And good start, good total there, and we'll be back after the break to continue with the second innings.
Putting up the stumps there, making sure everything looks good. Fielders on the taking their positions, batsmen taking their positions. And Sujit Gowra. First ball, and a beautiful upcut, and it's going to be an out, but it's a no ball. And a beautiful shot on the cow corner to the 4. That's an and beautiful glance. Fielder couldn't field it. That will be another 4. 2 4s to start with. That's an excellent start from Dallas. On the Offside, and another beautiful shot by the Sushant Modani. Third consecutive boundary. And another beautiful glance, and that's another 4. Modani is on the roll today. Still going on the leg side, another shot, and that's going to be an 4. On another one on the leg side, full toss, and that's going to be another 4.
Folks, firstly, wonderful day here at Musa. I mean, the picturesque, beautiful ground here. And another boundary. I mean, on a roll, definitely Dallas Mustang.
Another beautiful shot, 4 runs, a great cover drive.
Here doesn't really need much introduction. A lofted off drive and beautiful 4 runs.
Ball now. And a great shot on the offside. That's a 6. So the first
The ball on its merit. So again, a beautiful cover drive, leaning onto the ball, pitched a little for Sushant, and a beautiful boundary. And strikes him on his pad, and there goes that dreaded finger.
huge boost for
absolutely. Beautifully connect there. A fuller length ball, off stump, and Sujit get off strike, get in a few balls, and that's exactly what he's known to do once he settles down. A huge 6 outside the park. A huge.
Oh.
Good effort there. Beautiful shot there by Sujit. Just clearing.
Another pull shot, and that's another 4. Great shot.
Wakash coming in. A full toss, and Sujit goes after it, and that's a huge 6. Just letting it go. Again, a wonderful delivery, good length ball, stayed a touch low on the stumps.
And with that, Sujit's 50, 40 balls.
Excellent 50 there. Otherwise, I would think again, exactly what we were talking about a little while ago. It's about and yet another shot. This time wasn't as full, but it was more improvisation on Sujit's side, and was there in the slot for Sujit to go after it. And a beautiful shot there by Sujit again. This time a little short. It indeed was.
Another great shot down a long one for the another 4. 2 consecutive 4s for Sujit here. Excellent. And
beautiful shot there by Corey. And there you go. Finally, Sai gets rewarded for his hard work. And Corey again. A nice looking back foot drive there to the cover region. Hits it straight to square leg, and with that, wicket brings or concludes Sujit's
with respect to runs.
Beautiful shot there by his side. Hitting it straight to long on, and didn't quite middle it, but fielder taking a very comfortable.
Now. Down the ground and straight to the fielder on long on. Another wicket for Chicago Blasters.
And again,
now he's building it slightly flatter.
A huge loft there, way up in the air, and a beautiful catch there. Was pretty straight, the long on field coming in to bowl to Sachin. And Sachin connects it beautifully, and there you go for 6 innings. A slower ball, committed a little early there, and didn't quite get the distance, but the fielder at mid-wicket taking.
You're watching the Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship, presented by Sunoco. You're watching the Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship, presented by Sunoco.
तू नहीं है ना So here we are back for the second session now between Dallas Mustangs and Chicago Blasters. Dallas, they have got a good score over here. The score is 183, I beg your pardon, 82 for the loss of 7 wickets. Dallas won the toss and elected to bat. And Sujit, he batted beautifully, led from the front, opened the batting, scored 83 of 55 balls with 5 fours and 6 sixes. What a knock that was, going at a strike rate of almost 151. Sushant Modani as well, 15 balls, 40 runs, brilliant knock by him. 9 fours, he went at a strike rate of close to 267. And Corey Anderson, the captain, he came at number 3, he scored 25. And well, it's been brilliant to see the two opening batters. They actually put on 60 in 3.5 overs, and Dallas, they have a top-class bowling lineup. They have brilliant fielders as well. So this is going to be a tough chase here for Chicago Blasters, but we'll have to see what happens. They played against each other yesterday, and Dallas won that game. So this is the second game between these two teams on the same ground. And we're just waiting for the first ball of the second session here. Yeah, just apologies. Yesterday, Dallas played against Chicago Tigers, not Chicago Blasters. So, but Dallas is playing against the Chicago City, you can say, here, as we see the first ball coming up. So Dallas is playing against Chicago City this weekend, and yesterday they played against Chicago Tigers and they won the game, and today they are playing against Chicago Blasters. So apologies for that error from my end, but yeah, this is a tough chase here for Chicago Blasters. We'll have to see how they go about. Of course, they have got amazing opening batters here. Awais Zia is opening the batting here, and Shahir Hassan. Awais Zia, obviously, this is one of his favorite grounds because he's done very well for his team last year. As we see the first ball coming in, Surya, left arm over. This is shot outside the off stump, and Awais tried to play it on the offside. In the end, he missed it. It's a dot ball here to start for the youngster Surya Selvakumar, who is coming in from the Pearland end, as we are getting ready to see the second ball of this second inning here. Awais Zia, as I was talking about, he scored 100 here at the beautiful Musa Stadium last year, and he had a brilliant campaign in the first edition of Minor League 2021, and he's getting ready to face his second ball. In comes Surya, left arm over. This is beautifully bowled, but what a shot that one by Awais Zia. He rocked onto the back foot. This one was outside the off stump, and he's played it beautifully away from the fielder at point, and that's gone towards the backward point boundary. That's 4 runs. What a start here for Chicago Blasters as well. Awais is off the mark, and Chicago have got their first boundary here. It's a good start, 4 on the board, and it's just 2 balls up so far. Aves is off the mark with a boundary, and Surya coming left arm over from the PL end. This time it's full, and what a cover drive that one by Aves. Yeah, this is going towards the extra cover boundary this time, and that is brilliant fielding over there by the fielder. That's top class stuff. We were talking about it. Dallas are a brilliant fielding team, and we saw an example of that. That was a glorious cover drive, beautifully placed away from the fielder at covers this time, and the fielder at mid-off, he gave the chase and he dived and stopped the ball just inside the boundary, saving a couple of runs for his team. But Avezia is looking really good over here for Chicago Blasters. They are now 6 for no loss, and it's 4 balls up in this over so far. Surya coming in, Aves on strike. This time, oh, beautifully bowled by Surya. That one left the left-handed batter who tried to play it on the rise. In the end, lucky for Avezia, he did not get an outside edge on that one, but that is a good comeback here by Surya after giving away 6 runs of the previous 2 balls. This is good to see from the youngster. He's delivering well under pressure, and he's got a good head on his shoulders, and we saw an example of that right here. It's a battle on here in the first over itself. 2 left-handed players going against each other. Surya bowling left arm over, and Avezia, he's batting beautifully. He's moved on to 6 already. Final ball of the first over coming up here. This is beautifully bowled. This one was moving away from the left-handed batter again, but a quick single towards point. So that's the end of the first over. After 1 Chicago Blasters, they are 7 for no loss. We'll be back in a few seconds.
What's up, Doug? What got into you?
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
So it's going to be Nostush who's going to bowl left arm around to Avezia. He's bowling from the Macy Ranch and Nostush again. This is an exciting contest. Avezia against Nostush. 2 top class players battling it out in the middle. And first ball of the second coming up. This one was the arm ball, beautifully bowled by Nostush. A good start over here. He's bowling in the power play. The 2 fielders outside the circle. He's got a long on and he's got a fielder at deep square leg. So this is a battle on, and he's coming left arm around. So we are assuming he's going to angle the ball away from the left-handed batter, and he's done exactly that on the first ball. Second ball of the second over, Nostush to Avezia. This time again, it's the arm ball, the quicker one. But what a shot that one by Aves. He's played it away from the fielder at point, and that's his second boundary. Avezia is looking really good over here, and he's peppering that offside so far. All his runs have been on the offside. He played a brilliant cover drive. He played a good shot of the back foot in the first over, and this one as well against Nostush. He rocked onto the back foot and he played towards the backward point boundary. So this is a battle on over here. We are in the power play. Chicago Blasters, they need 183 to win, and they've started well over here. As we see Nostush coming again, he's bowling to Avezia. This time well bowled by Nostush, a good comeback. This one was on the stumps and defended back to the bowler. So we got a contest on over here. 3 balls up, and it's 4 runs so far. This time again beautifully bowled. That's the arm ball. So Nostush is not giving the ball any air, and he's bowling the quicker ones over here so far, and he's got a flatter trajectory in this over, and this is top stuff. 4 runs of the first 4 balls. Nostush coming left arm around. This time it's a little slower, and that's beautifully bowled by Nostush. He's wearing his pace now, and this has been a great over here from Nostush so far. He would want to finish strong. He's bowling in the power play. Final. This is short, and this time Aves rocks onto the back foot, and a misfield by the fielder at mid-wicket. This is going towards the deep mid-wicket boundary over here. And, well, that's a couple of runs over here for Chicago Blasters. So after 2, they are 13 for no loss. We'll be back in a few seconds.
Took that last corner pretty quick.
Sir, I need one hand on the roof, one hand on the pump.
Timeout for Sunoco Go Rewards.
Keep pumping.
With new Sunoco Go rewards, when you fuel, you save, because rewards come first.
Surya coming left arm over, and it's the first ball from the Pier London. That's a brilliant shot. This is again bisecting the field between covers and point. This is going towards the cover point boundary for a couple of runs over here for the right-handed batter Shahir Hassan. Shahir was facing his first ball, in fact, over here. The first 2 overs, they have been, all 12 balls were faced by Aves Zia, and this was the first ball that Shahir was facing. He's off the mark over here with a beautifully played square drive on the offside. So the score is 15 for no loss, and we are in the 3rd over here. Chicago Blasters, they're going well so far. Surya coming left arm over. He's bowling from the Pier London. This is short outside the off stump, angled away from the right-handed batter, beating him. And lucky for Shahir, he did not get an outside edge. So 2.2 overs, 15 for no loss, Chicago Blasters. And we'll see what happens as Surya is getting ready to bowl the 3rd ball of this over. Surya coming left arm over. It's Shahir Hassan on strike. This is beautifully bowled, but nicely played by Shahir. He's played it towards 3rd man and opening the face of the bat of the back foot, a single towards 3rd man. So it's going to be the left-handed Aves back on strike now. And the field for Aves, we see the 2 fielders outside the circle. He's got a fielder at 3rd man, a wideish 3rd man here. And he's got a fielder at deep square leg. Those are the 2 fielders outside the circle. Inside the circle, he's got short fine. He's got a mid-wicket, mid-on, mid-off, covers. He's got 2 fielders in the covers region, and he's got a fielder at backward point. Surya coming left arm over. It's Aves Zia on strike. This time beautifully bowled by Surya. That was the back of length ball, and it was moving away from Aves. So it's a dot ball. This has been a good start over here by Dallas. 16 runs of the first 16 balls. We are in the power play. Aves Zia batting on 13 of 13 with a couple of boundaries. But they've not quite got going the way they would have ideally wanted in the first 2 to 3 overs. We are in the power play. They're chasing 183. So the required run rate was more than 9 from the start. Now it's moved on. Now it's increased to 9.63 as we see Surya getting ready to bowl the next ball. Aves on strike from the Pier London. This time it's down the leg side, and appeal for caught behind, but it was off the pads. Good decision by the umpire. But probably Aves Zia must have felt he must have missed out on that, because a little bit of bat on that, and that probably could have gone to the boundary as well, because the fielder at short fine, he is not finer, and there is enough gap between the keeper and the fielder at 45 on the leg side. But it's a dot ball nevertheless, as that ball came off the pads. So final ball of the 3rd over coming up here, and this has been a very good over here from Surya so far. It's Aves on strike. This was beautifully bowled. The back of length ball just defended towards covers. What an over this has been from Surya. After 3, Chicago Blasters 16 for no loss. We'll be back in a few seconds.
वक्त आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस। इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले।
हाँ, मेरे घर लाने का।
So 3 overs 16 for no loss. The required run rate is close to 10 now. And Nostush to continue from the Macy Ranch end. He's bowled 1 over, given away only 6 runs. At the other end, Surya 2 overs, none for 10. And it's going to be Shahir Hassan on strike. He's batting on 3 of 3 balls. First ball of the 4th over coming up. Nostush coming left arm around. And the 2 fielders outside. He's got a deep mid wicket and a fielder at long on. Over the head of long on. What a shot this one. It's coming towards the commentary box. It's 6 runs all the way. And this is good intent from Shahir Hassan. The first ball that he was facing over here in this over, he dances down the track and not afraid to use the feet. He went over the fielder at long on. And what a shot. What a start to this over. So 3.1, 22 for no loss. And it's Shahir who's getting ready to face the second ball over here. It's Nostush on strike. I beg your pardon. Nostush bowling to Shahir. What a comeback. It's the arm ball. It's a dot ball over here. And 6 runs of the first 2 balls. As we see what will happen from here. Nostush coming left arm around. Beautifully bowled. What a ball this one by Nostush. Beating outside the off stump. This has been good, a very good comeback after the 6 of the first ball. कितने बोले 4 बोले ना तूने 4 बताए तो एक ही बोल लो फिर मैं अकेला ही हूँ एक सेकंड So Nostush coming left arm around. It's Shahir Hassan on strike. Well bowled, beautifully bowled by Nostush. What a comeback this has been. And a 6 of the first ball followed by 3 dot balls. This is top stuff from Nostush. As we see the next ball of the over here. This is flighted. This time it's played along the ground. It's going towards long on. And a good stop by the fielder over there. And he's kept it to just a single. This is very good stuff by Sachin, who was there. Final ball of the this over coming up. It's Nostush bowling to Awais Zia. As let's see what happens. This time it's the arm ball and appeal for it before, and that's a wicket. Nostush gets his man. Awais Zia, he tried to play this arm ball off the back foot, wrapped on the pads, and that's right in front. A good call by the umpire. So Awais Zia has to go. It's a big wicket over for Dallas, and he departs here for 13. After 4 overs, Chicago Blasters, they lose their first wicket. They're 23 for 1. We'll be back in a few seconds. So it's going to be Sahib Malhotra who's coming in from the Pierland end here. And this is short, the quicker one. That ball bounced a bit as the batter did not expect that much of a bounce. Mohammad Waqas, who has walked in here for at number 3 for Chicago Blasters, but it's Shahir Hassan who's on strike, as Sahib Malhotra is coming right arm over, and this is well bowled. This is played towards long on. It's just a single, as we'll have to see what happens over here. It's the new batter Mohammad Waqas who's going to be on strike now. अनुरागी लग रहा है वो. हाँ वहाँ पे हाँ आउट हो गया लेग बिफोर. अच्छा जा रिस्की है क्या? Sahib coming right arm over. This time walking down the track, Mohammad Waqas. He's played it back to the bowler, and it's a quick single towards mid-off. And good running over there by both the batters. So Mohammad Waqas is off the mark with that single. But this has been a very good start over here by Dallas. The required run rate has mounted over 10 now. And 158 runs needed in 15.3. As Sahib Malhotra is coming to bowl the next ball. He's bowling from the PLN end. It is Shahir on strike. This one is short. This time it's pulled away towards deep square leg for just a single. And a good throw back to the bowler. This is good to see over here from, I believe it was Nostush. But the big wicket of Awais Zia, that was the one that Dallas was looking for, and Nostush has delivered yet again. Awais scored 13 of 16 balls with a couple of boundaries. He had started well, but this time Nostush winning the battle against Awais. As we see Sahib adjusting the field over here. He's getting the third man inside the circle now. So there is a short third. There is a backward point. There is a fielder at gully, covers mid-off, long on, and deep square leg 2 outside the circle. Sahib coming in. This is a bouncer. Beautifully played off the back foot. This is going towards the fine leg boundary. What a pull shot this one by the batter. It's almost like he was expecting the short ball, and that's gloriously played. So this is a good looking shot. Very stylish one from Mohammad Waqas. He rocked onto the back foot and played it away from the fielder who was there on the leg side, and in the gap. This is gone for 4. He gets his first boundary, and well, this is good intent by the number 3 batter over here for Chicago. As the final ball of the 5th over coming up, it's 30 for 1. There is a fielder at short fine, but that was nicely placed by Mohammad Waqas. Final ball of the 5th coming up, it's Sahib bowling. This time stepping down, and what a shot this one. He's played it over the head of the bowler, and this has gone all the way towards the side screen for a 6. This is gloriously done by Mohammad Waqas. And this is a 4 of the previous ball, a 6 of this one over the head of the bowler. So after 5 overs, Chicago Blasters 36 for 1. We'll be back in a few seconds.
My son, he's so soft-spoken.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone says he's so good-looking, and he never forgets to call.
Hi, Mom. Born for your true self. The 2022 Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
Alright, so it's going to be Ali Sheikh who's coming into the attack here from the Missy Ranch end. Shahir on strike. This is well bowled, and it's played towards backward point. It's a dot ball to start here for Ali Sheikh. So this is the final over of the power play, and Nostush bowled 2 overs, picked up a wicket, gave away only 13 runs, and Surya bowled brilliantly 2 overs for 10. As Ali coming in, this time it's flighted. This is played nicely towards mid-off, a quick single over here. And it's going to be Waqas back on strike. Waqas has started well. He scored 11 of just 3 balls with 1 4 and 1 6. Shahir at the other end, he is batting on 13 of 13 balls with one boundary, 1-6 in fact. As the next ball over here, it's Waqas facing Ali Sheikh. Ali Sheikh is coming left arm around from the Messi Ranch, and the two fielders outside. He's got a deep mid wicket and long on. And this is the final over of the power play. This time it's the arm ball, and actually it moved away from the right-handed batter. Beautifully bowled by Ali Sheikh. He's coming. The batter expected the ball to come in. That's what he's indicating over here. He expected the ball to come in with the arm, but it went away from him. This is good bowling, so this might create a doubt in the batter's mind now. We'll see what happens. Ali Sheikh coming in. This time it's flighted and played back to the bowler. It's a single towards mid-off, but it's a misfield, and that's gone towards the long-off boundary for 4. That's a rarity from Dallas. A misfield from the fielder at mid-off. And, well, this is been a good start here from Waqas. He's moved on to 15 of 5 balls. He's going at a strike rate of 300 with 2 4s and 1 6. This is top class batting from the number 3 batter for Chicago. He's taking the attack to the opposition, especially after Chicago lost Awais Zia. And now the mid-off fielder has dropped back to long off, and the fielder from long on has come into mid-on. And we have deep mid-wicket outside the circle. So the last 2 balls of the power play now, it's 41 for 1. As Ali Sheikh is coming left arm around. This time beautifully bowled by Ali Sheikh. This was slower through the air, outside the off stump, and Waqas tried to sweep the ball, missed it in the end. So it's a dot ball. Final ball of the power play coming up here. It's 41 for 1. Required run rate of almost 10 per over from here on. This time it's the quicker run. It's flicked away towards mid-wicket for a single. So that's the end of the power play after 6. Chicago Blasters 42 for 1. We'll be back in a few seconds.
What's up, Doug? What got into you?
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
So 6 overs, 42 for 1. Chicago going at a run rate of 7 per over, and it is Sahib Malhotra to continue here from the PL end, and he gave away 13 runs in his first over. We are done with the power play, so he can have 5 out. He's got a long on, long off, sweeper cover, deep mid wicket and deep square leg. Inside the circle, he's got short third, he's got backward point covers, and a fielder at fine. So no one inside the circle on the leg side towards mid wicket. He's left the mid wicket open here as he comes in. Sahib coming in here. This time it's beautifully bowled. This time Sahib is bowling spin. He's bowling wrist spin in this over. We saw the first over that he bowled in the power play. He was bowling quicker and he was bowling short, but now he's changed his pace here and it looks like he's going to bowl wrist spin in this over. This time again it's the quicker one. So he's wearing his pace and he's not letting the batter set him up here. But this is good bowling here by Sahib. A couple of dot balls to start this over. And it's Waqas batting on 16 of 9 balls. He's on strike. This is outside the off stump. This time Waqas, he has tried to play the big shot and he's got a leading edge, and what a catch that one by the wicket keeper. This is brilliantly done. This ball was all the way in the air and Waqas tried to play the big shot, could not quite connect it, and that's the second wicket down over here for Chicago Blasters. They lose Mohammad Waqas. He departs for 16 of 10 balls. And this is good bowling over here by Sahib. Good captaincy by Corey. He kept Sahib on despite giving away 13 runs in his first over. And Sahib delivering here. What a catch that one by Matthews, the wicketkeeper. So after 6.3, Chicago Blasters 42 for 2. We'll be back in a few seconds. Alright, so the new batter has walked in here for Chicago Blasters, but it's going to be the Shahir on strike. This is down the leg side. It's a wide signal by the umpire. Good wicket keeping over there by the keeper. He got his leg onto that, preventing it from going towards fine leg, but it's a wide ball nevertheless. Umair Mir has walked in at number 4. Umair is at the non-strikers and it's Shahir on strike. This time it's on his pads, flicked away by Shahir towards square leg. It's just a single here, so it's going to be the new batter Umair on strike now. It's 43 for 2. The left-handed Umair Mir has walked in. Scorecard is still getting updated, but the score, Sahib is coming right arm around, backward square, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and a fielder at sweeper cover. Those are the 5 fielders outside. He got Corey Anderson has kept himself at covers. There's a fielder at short fine and 2 fielders on the offside behind square. This time it's well bowled, but it's a wide ball outside the wide line. Sahib thought that was inside the wide line, not quite. Wide signal by the umpire. So 43 for 2, and Shahir is batting on 13 of 13. Oh, that's played nicely off the back foot, but towards short third. It's a dot ball. I think there's an error in the online score, because that's what they're rectifying, I believe, because Umair is still to get off the mark. It was Shahir who scored the single. So they're rectifying that now, and that's why it's reflecting as 42 for 2. As we see Sahib coming right arm over, it's Umair on strike. This time again, well bowled outside the off stump. This is a very good over here from Umair. Just one of it, so after 7, it's 43 for 2. We'll be back in a few seconds. Yeah, so apologies. Actually, there were 3 of the last over. There were a couple of wides and 1 run of the bat. So 1 run of the bat and 2 runs. So that makes it 3 runs of the last over. So 45 for 2 Chicago Blasters after 7. And Umair is still to get off the mark. Shahir is batting on ranch, and it's Shahir on strike. Outside the off stump this time. Well, not quite connecting Shahir. He was going for the big shot over covers, but very well bowled by Ali. He's bowling well here. He's given away only 6 runs of his first over. As we see the second ball of his second over coming up here for Ali Sheikh. This time it's beautifully bowled again. This is played on the leg side, but nicely done by Ali in his follow through. This was played towards mid wicket. Ali preventing that single. 2 dot balls to start the 8th. It's been a good start over here by Ali Sheikh, as he is getting ready to bowl the 3rd ball. It's Shahir on strike. This time it's played off the of the front foot nicely towards sweeper cover. It's just a single. It's been a very good over here so far from Ali Sheikh. He's going to bowl now to the left-handed Umair Mir, who is yet to get off the mark. He's faced a couple of balls so far. Chicago Blasters, they would want to get their first win of this season, but we'll have to see what happens. It's a tough run chase here for them. In comes Ali Sheikh, left arm over to Umair. This time he tried to play the slog sweep, got an inside edge. It's gone towards short fine. It's a dot ball. This is good bowling here from Ali Sheikh. He's really not giving anything loose, and he's wearing his pace beautifully here. This time it's flighted back to the bowler. This has been a top class over here from Ali Sheikh so far. Chicago Blasters, they would want to get their first win of this season. They've played 10 games, and in fact this is their 11th game, I believe, because they've lost 9 and there was one with a no result. but so it's a dot ball to finish this over from Ali Sheikh. It's a good one, and after 8 it's 46 for 2. We'll be back in a few seconds.
Took that last corner pretty quick.
Sir, I need one hand on the roof, one hand on the pump.
Timeout for Sunoco Go Rewards.
Keep pumping.
With new Sunoco Go rewards, when you fuel, you save because rewards come first.
And on the contrary, Dallas Mustangs, they've lost just one game. They've won 10 so far, and what a campaign they're having over here. This is a home game for them at the beautiful Musa Stadium. Excellent facilities over here, and a beautiful day to watch and play cricket. As Sahib comes in, he's bowling right arm over. He's bowling to Shahir. Shahir Hassan, the opening batter for Chicago. He is batting on 15 of 17. Sahib to Shahir. This is the quicker one, played off the back foot nicely towards backward square leg, and it's a couple of runs over here for Shahir Hassan. So he moves on now to 17 of 18 balls. It's 48 for 2 after 8.1 with 1-6. Shahir is going at a strike rate of 94. Sahib Malhotra coming right arm over from the PL end. This time it's beautifully picked up by Shahir, and it's gone towards the deep mid wicket boundary. It's gone all the way for 6. What a shot that one by Shahir in his slot, and he's placed it perfectly away from the fielder at deep mid wicket and away from the fielder at long on in the big gap over there, and that's his second 6. He's on to 23 now of 19 balls. He's going at a 21, and that was a brilliant shot there by Shahir Hassan. Sahib Malhotra is into his third over. He's picked up a wicket. He's been a tad expensive. He's given away 24 runs in 2.2 so far. As the field for him, it's the conventional one with 5 fielders outside, sweeper cover, deep mid wicket, deep square leg, long on and long off. Sahib to Shahir from the PL end. This time the quicker one. It's flicked away in the vacant region towards mid wicket for a single. So this has been a good over here for Chicago, and they've got 9 runs of the first 3 balls. It's going to be Umair on strike. Umair has faced 5 balls, and he's yet to get off the mark. We'll see what happens from here on. Sahib coming right arm over to left Umair. This is beautifully bowled by Sahib. This time Umair has played it back towards long off for a single. So Umair is off the mark over here. The score is 56 for 2. It's Sahib. He's coming right arm over. It's Shahir on strike. This is outside the off stump, back of length. It's played towards covers. Corey Anderson stops the ball. It's a dot ball over here for Sahib Malhotra. And final ball of the 9th coming up. Required run rate over 11 now. This is back of length. Nicely played, opening the face towards short third. That's the end of the over after 9 Chicago Blast. Few seconds.
वक्त आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस। इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले।
हाँ, मेरे घर लाने का।
Well, look at the facilities over here. This beautiful Musa Stadium. They've got covered seating areas for everyone, and I mean the players. The dugouts are beautiful, amazing facilities, and it's a beautiful day for cricket and excellent conditions over here. Kudos to the curators for working on these pitches, and it's a new team that's working on the pitches, and they've done an exceptional job in the last few weeks when we have had a lot of games over here. Ali, the head of the pitch preparation team, and the other team members, Hassan, Julian Fountain and Oshen, they've done a great job over here with the pitches. As we see the next over coming up here, it's Adnan who's into the attack. Oh, what a ball this one by Adnan. A good start over here. He's a wrist spinner. He bowls beautifully, and he started well over here. He's bowling to the left-handed Umair, who's now on 1 of 7 balls. It's 56 for 2, 9.1. Adnan Harun is into the attack. He's bowling from the Macy Ranch end. This time it's an appeal for leg before. He was trying to play the sweep shot, but not out, says the umpire, as it was probably going down the leg side. The two umpires, Samir Bandekar and Owen Brown, they are the on-field umpires, two very good umpires, and the third umpire is Sadiq. Three really good umpires here for this game. As this one again beautifully bowled by Adnan. What a start. This has been 3 dot balls. So something's got to give over here. The required run rate is mounting now. It's over 12. Umair is batting on 1 of 9 balls, and it's Adnan who's bowling here from the Macy Ranch end. This time again it's short. This time it's cut away, but it's straight towards point. It's a dot ball, and what an over and what a start this has been from Adnan. He's into his first over, 4 dot balls to start, and he's bowling beautifully. He's bowling to his field as we see the next ball coming up from Adnan. This time it's taken on the full by Umair. He's played it towards mid-wicket, but the long-on fielder stopping the ball and keeping it to just a single. So just 1 run of the first 5 balls of the 10th over, and now the current run rate is less than 6. The required run rate is more than 12. Shahir, the opening batter, on strike. He's batting on 24 of 22 with a couple of sixes. And it is Adnan to Shahir now. This time it's swept away off his pads, but it's straight to short fine. So a dot ball to finish the over. There could have been an overthrow, but good backup by the captain Corey. So after 10 overs, Chicago Blasters 57 for 2. We'll be back in a few seconds.
1, 2, 3.
Alright, so Ali Sheikh to continue from the Pearland end now, and it's 57 for 2. He's bowling to Umair. Umair has played it on the leg side. This is straight to deep mid wicket. It's just a single, so Ali Sheikh bowling beautifully. He's given away only 7 runs. He had given away only 7 runs of his first 2 overs, and the first ball of his third over has gone for just a single. It's 58 for 2. We are in the 11th over. Required run rate of close to 13 now, as Shahir gets ready to face the next ball from Ali Sheikh. He's going to come left arm around from the Pearland end. This is beautifully bowled. This was the ball which was right in the block hole. It's a dot ball. This is good stuff here from Ali Sheikh, and good captaincy by Corey. He's rotating his bowlers, and he's not letting the batters get into rhythm against any bowler, and the bowlers are bowling to their field. So overall great going this by Dallas. Next ball, Ali Sheikh. This time, oh, what a ball this one by Ali Sheikh. This was a tad slower, and this one almost would have crashed onto the off stump. Lucky for Shahir, that ball was just outside the off stump, but this is top class from Ali Sheikh. He's wearing his pace, and he's bowling really good lengths over here, as Shahir is batting now on 24 of 25. Ali to Shahir. This is the arm ball. What a ball this one again. Almost got the wicket here. There was an inside edge. Again, lucky for Shahir that this ball did not go on to the stumps. This is top stuff from Ali Sheikh. It's 58 for 2. We are in the 11th over, and the required run rate is more than 13 now. This time Shahir tried to play the reverse sweep, but appeal for leg before, and the impact was outside the off stump, so it's going to be a leg by. So just It's just been, I believe, just 2 runs of this over so far, and that includes a leg by. So it's 59 for 2, final ball of the 11th over coming up. It's going to be Umair on strike. What a ball this one again by Ali Sheikh. They're going for the quick single towards short fine, and that's a good run in the end. So 3 of this over after 11. Chicago Blasters 60 for 2. We'll be back in a few seconds.
My son, he's so soft-spoken.
Oh, yeah!
Everyone says he's so good-looking, and he never forgets to call.
Hi, Mom.
Born for your true self. The 2022 Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
So it's Adnan to continue his bowling to Umair. Umair is batting on 4 of 13. This time it's flighted, and this time it's nicely played by Umair over the head of Adnan. It's gone towards the side screen. That's 4 runs here for Umair, and that's exactly what Chicago wanted, exactly what Umair wanted. He gets his first boundary. He moves on to 8 of 14. This one was flighted, and Umair picked it up and placed it over the head of Adnan, and it's gone straight back past the bowler for 4 runs. A good start to the over here for Chicago, as the second ball coming up from the Macy Ranch end. This time again it's flighted and slower outside the off stump. Umair tried to play it across the line, and it's a dot ball. A good comeback over here by Adnan. Good to see he's not afraid to flight the ball despite the boundary of the first ball. So this is good aggressive intent by the spinner, and here we see the third ball of this over coming up. This time, well, again it's flicked away, and it's played towards square leg for just a single. Top stuff over there by Nostush. He came in from deep mid wicket and just kept it to a single, and a very good throw back to the keeper. So 5 of the first 3 balls, it's going to be Shahir on strike. It's 65 for 2. We are in the 12th over. Shahir batting on 24 of 27. Adnan. Beautifully bowled by Adnan. This one was outside the off stump, slower again, and not giving the batters any pace to work with. This is top class. He's into his second over, given away only 6 runs in 1.4 so far. It's 65 for 2 after 11.4. Next ball coming up. This time Shahir dances down, and well, he's played it, but he's not quite connected it. This is a simple catch to long off. This is beautifully bowled by Adnan. We were talking about it. He's not afraid to give the ball any air, and Ali Sheikh coming underneath the ball, taking an easy catch, and he's doing it the Shikhar Dhawan way. He's taken the catch and done the way Shikhar Dhawan does. Well, that's a wicket here for Ali Sheikh, and very well bowled by Adnan Harun. He gets his first wicket. It's 65 for 3. Shahir departs here for 24 of 28, for 24 of 29, and we'll be back in a few seconds. So it's Adnan. He's picked up a wicket over here. This is top class stuff from Dallas, and bowling to your field always makes it easier for the captain. Nazam has walked in the captain here, but this time it's down the leg side. It's nicely flicked away. It is going towards the backward square leg boundary. That's 4 runs over here. And this is very nicely done on the final ball of the 12th. Chicago Blasters, they get a boundary after 12. It's 69 for 3. And Umair gets his second boundary. We'll be back in a few seconds. Alright then, Ali Sheikh to continue here, and it's going to be the captain Nazam Iqbal who is getting ready to face his first ball. 2 left-handers on the crease. 2 left-handers at the crease. Nazam is off the mark. He's flicked it towards deep square leg for a single. So it's 70 for 3. We are in the 13th over. Required run rate of more than 14 now. Ali Sheikh, he's into his final over. He's bowled beautifully. 3.1, none for 10. Not yet picked up a wicket, but he's been really tidy and economical. At the other end, Adnan, he's picked up a wicket. He's bowled 2 overs, 1 for 10. Ali Sheikh is coming left arm over. He's bowling to Umair, who is outside his leg stump here. This one is played away towards short third. A good stop over there by the fielder. It's just a single for Umair, as we'll see what happens on the next ball. Ali Sheikh beautifully bowled. This is back of length, and the ball came into the left-handed batter, played back to the bowler. It's a dot ball. Alright, so next ball of the over coming up. As we see, there is a slip in place. So Corey Anderson going for the wicket over here. And this time it's outside the off stump. Nazam Iqbal tried to give himself some room and play the slog sweep, but it's a dot ball. This is top class bowling here from Ali Sheikh, and this is really good going here for Dallas. They won the toss, elected to bat, got a big score, and now they're defending it nicely. This is outside the off stump, and it's played towards sweeper cover. It's just a single, so this is going really well here for Dallas so far. As final ball of the 13th coming up. Final ball of Ali Sheikh's spell coming up. He's bowled 3.5, none for 12, 72 for 3. This time Umair walking towards the ball outside the off stump, and it's a dot ball to finish this over. A top class spell from Ali Sheikh, and that's the end of the 13th over. We'll be back in a few seconds.
What got into you?
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
Adnan to continue here. He's bowling from the Macy Ranch end. It's the captain on strike for Chicago. Oh, this time Iqbal tried to play the slog sweep again. Got an inside edge. Lucky for him, that one did not go on the stumps. Well, Nazam Iqbal, he's batting on 2 of 5 balls. Adnan to Iqbal. This time he's played the slog sweep, but it's straight towards deep square leg for just a single. So it's 73 for 3, and the required run rate is more than 16 now. They need 110 of 40 balls, 7 wickets in hand. It's a mountain to climb from here on for Chicago. As we see Umair on strike, he's facing Adnan. This is beautifully bowled. It's played off the back foot, but straight towards short third. Yet another dot ball. It's been a top class spell from Adnan as well. He's into his third over, given away only 11 runs and picked up a wicket. Ali Sheikh 4 overs, none for 12. He bowled brilliantly. He did not get a wicket, but he was really good. Adnan, this time Umair stepping down the track. He's played it towards long off. It's just a single. They're going for, well, not quite sure what was going on over there, but in the end, no harm done. It's a single towards long off for Umair. It's Iqbal on strike now. It is 74 for 3. We are in the 14th over. Adnan Harun coming right arm over. This time Iqbal walking down the track. He's played it towards long on. It's not quite connected. Again, an easy catch here for Ali Sheikh. This is beautiful bowling by Adnan Harun. The captain Iqbal, he danced down the track, tried to play the big shot over long on, and in the end not quite connecting it. Yet another wicket over here for Adnan Harun. Yet another catch for Ali Sheikh, who made it look really easy again. And that's the 4th wicket down for Chicago Blasters. They are 74 for 4. The captain departs for 3 of 7. We'll be back in a few seconds. Well, that's a misfield, but it's no harm done. So that should be the end of the over. And we'll be back in a few seconds. A good over that one by Adnan Harun.
वक्त आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस। इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले।
हाँ, मेरे घर लाने का।
Alright, so it's going to be Sujit Gowda who's coming into the attack here for Dallas. It's 75 for 4 after 14. Required run rate from here is 18 per over. And we'll have to see what happens from here on. As Sujit is coming right arm around and he's going to bowl to the batter here, Umair. This one is a good ball here by Sujit. A good start. He's bowling from the Pearland end. Umair is batting on 16 now of 23 balls with a couple of boundaries. And the new batter is Jay, who's at the non-striker's end. This time it's flicked away by Umair towards deep mid wicket. It's just a single, and we are in the 15th over. And Chicago Blasters, well, this is really looking tough from here on. Required run rate is now over 18, and Dallas is really going well. What a campaign they have had so far on this in this minor league 2022. They've just lost one game, and they've made this Musa Stadium into some sort of a fortress here this season. Sujit coming right arm around. This time it's played towards long on. It's going to be just a single here for Jay. So Jay is off the mark, and it is Umair back on strike now. So a lot of left-handed batters here for Chicago Blasters, as Corey Anderson again keeping himself coming right arm around. This is short. This is played off the back foot, and what a stop that by the fielder at covers. This is brilliantly done by the fielder again. It's Adnan Harun, I believe, who's in the cover region. As Sujit comes in next ball, this is again short. This time it's pulled away. It's gone towards mid-wicket. The deep mid-wicket fielder coming in, picking the ball, keeping it to just a single, and that's nicely done by Sahib Malhotra, who's at deep mid-wicket for the left-handed batter. It is 78 for 4. Final ball of the 15th coming up. Sujit bowling here. This time well bowled outside the off stump. It was a tad fuller. A dot ball to finish the 15th. It's 78 for 4. We'll be back in a few seconds.
1, 2, 3.
Alright, so well, this is looking really difficult for Chicago from here on. They're 78 for 4 as there's a change in bowling. First ball of the 16, this is swept away towards deep square. It's just a single here for the batter. So now the new bowler who has come into the attack over here for Dallas, it is Abhimanyu Poswal. He's into the attack and he's bowling from the Macy Ranch end, and it is Umair who's batting on 19 of 27, but it is Jay on strike. Jay is batting on 1 of 2 balls. This is flighted outside the off stump. This time it's played towards deep mid wicket, but it's just a single. Good anticipation by Nostush in the deep, keeping it just a single. This is brilliant bowling, top class fielding by Dallas, and this is really a formidable team, Dallas Mustangs. What a campaign, and the way they've gone with in every game. They've got their game plan spot on. But this time Umair has again slog swept it. It's straight to deep mid wicket. It's just a single towards Nostush. So it's going to be Jay back on strike again. Umair batting on 20 of 28 balls and Jay batting on 2 of 3 balls. It's Jay who is facing the next ball from Abhimanyu, who's bowling his first over from the Macy Ranch end. This is again swept away. This time again it's gone towards Nostush. It's just a single. So well, singles that will not affect Dallas, as it's Umair back on strike now. It is Abhimanyu to continue from the Macy Ranch end. This is the quicker one. This is opening the face of the bat, and it's a dot ball towards point. It's just a single. Final ball of the 16th coming up. Abhimanyu bowling to Umair. Umair using his feet. This time he's picked it up, and this is gone over the head of the bowler. It's gone over the head of the boundary. In fact, it's 6 runs here for Umair. Good use of his feet. He gets a 6 over here, and this is his first 6. He scored a couple of boundaries, but now the score has moved on to 88 for 4, and the final ball of the 16th coming up here, as we're just waiting for it looks like that's the end of the over. The scorers have updated that. So after 16, it's 88 for 4. We'll be back in a few seconds.
My son, He's so soft-spoken.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone says he's so good-looking, and he never forgets to call.
Hi, Mom. Born for your true self. The 2022 Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
Well, so Sujit to continue here from the Pearland end. He's bowling right arm around. This time the left-handed batter Jay uses his feet. He's played it towards long on. It's just a single. And Chicago Blasters, they are 89 for 4 now. Just 4 overs left in this game. And it's more or less a formality now with the required run rate of close to 24. It is really difficult from here on for Chicago. As Jay is batting on 4 of 5 balls, Umair is batting on 26 of 30 with 2 boundaries and 1 6. Next ball of the over, Umair on strike. This is short. This time Umair opening the phase. It is beautifully played and it's going towards the third man boundary. This is nicely done by Umair. So this was a good shot. He picked his gap perfectly and he played it away from the fielder at backward point. Good to see this from Umair. He's picked up pace. He's got 10 of the last 2 balls that he has faced. And Umair has moved on to 30 now of 31 balls with 3 fours and 1 6. And the Chicago Blasters, their score is 93 for 4. And this is the 17th over going on. And 2 balls are done so far in this over. Next ball of the over coming up, Sujit bowling to Umair. This time Umair giving himself some room, but Sujit following him. And it's played towards mid-wicket. It's just a single. So it's 94 for 4 now. And just 3 balls to go in this over. It's going to be Jay on strike. Sujit bowling his second over. So far he's given away 9 runs. This time it's played towards long on. It's just a single. 95 for 4. We have a second game coming up today afternoon. It will be the home team again, Lone Star Athletics. That would be their final game at Musa. That's their home ground this season. So that's the afternoon game that's lined up here for Lone Star Athletics. As we see Sujit coming right arm around. This time it's nicely flicked away. It is going to be just a single on the leg side. So it's Jay back on strike. As we're just waiting now for the next ball. Sujit to Jay. Jay this time using his feet, but nicely bowled by Sujit. A dot ball here to finish the over. So that's the end of the 17th. We'll be back in a few seconds.
1, 2, 3.
Alright then, it is going to be Abhimanyu to continue here. And the afternoon game, it's going to be between Lone Star Athletics and Chicago Tigers. As we see the first ball of the 18th coming up. Abhimanyu to Umair. This time he's picked it up. And well, this looks interesting because this is gone for a boundary. This probably could have been a catch. It was slog swept by Umair towards deep square leg. The fielder went for the catch and anticipated the ball to come towards him. In the end, he got a hand to it but could not quite hold on to the catch. So a boundary here for Umair. And that's the 100 up here for Chicago. They are 100 for 4, 17.1. Umair is batting on 36 of 34 with 4 fours and 1 6. Could have been the first wicket here for Abhimanyu today. But he's coming in for the second ball now. This time, well bowled by Abhimanyu, flighting it. Nicely played by Umair towards long off. It's just a single. And now it's just a formality remaining. I believe the required run rate is close to 30. In fact, more than 30 now. Almost 31. 16 balls, 82 to win. That's the equation. And Jay is batting on 5 of 7 balls. It's Abhimanyu bowling to Jay. This time again beautifully flighted. This time Jay has played it towards deep mid wicket. In fact, deep square leg. It's just a single. The good stop over there by the fielder Nostush, keeping it to just a single here. So Abhimanyu, he's into his second over. He's bowled 1.3 so far and he's given away 16 runs. He could have got his first wicket, but not quite yet. Next ball of the over coming up. It's Abhimanyu to Umair. Umair this time rocks onto the back foot and he's played it towards extra cover. Good stop there. Brilliantly done by the fielder at sweeper cover. Keeping it to just a single. What a throwback as well. This is brilliant fielding. We talk about it time and again. Dallas Mustangs, they are exceptional in the field. And there was one more example of that. Good anticipation by the fielder in the deep on the offside. Keeping it to just a single. So it is this time again the left-hander dancing down the track. He's played it over the head of the ball was flighted by Abhimanyu and the batter using his feet, he danced down the track and he played it towards the side screen over the boundary. So 6 runs here again for the batter Jay. This time he plays a shot and he gets his first 6. He moves on to 12 of 9 balls as we see the final ball of the 18th coming up. This time again it's flighted and this time it's swept away towards deep backward square for just a single. So that's the end of the 18th. After 18, Chicago Blasters 110 for 4. We'll be back in a few seconds.
What's up, Doug? What got into you?
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
Alright, so Nostush here, he's going to come back into the attack. He's bowling from the Pierland end now. Nostush coming in, left arm around. This Nostush bowling it slower in the air. And this has gone towards deep mid wicket. But good anticipation by the fielder at long on, keeping it to just a single. And now it's 1-1-1 for 4. We are in the 19th over here. As Nostush, he picked up a wicket up front. He got the big wicket of Awe Zia. And now he's into his second spell. He's bowling from the Pierland end. This time Umair, he walks down the track. This is beautifully played by Umair. And it's gone for a boundary straight back past the bowler. So Umair has changed gears brilliantly after the initial few balls. And now he races on to 42 of 37 balls. He's playing a good knock here for his team. And it's good to see his straight hitting ability here. He's picked up his gaps. He's used his feet against the spinners. And he's now on 42 of 37 with 5 fours and 1 6. Nostush is into his third over here. And Nostush has given away 18 runs so far as Umair is getting ready to face the next ball. 10 balls left in this match. This time bowled a good comeback over here. This time Nostush coming left arm over Umair. This time he stepped down the track and this will be a catch towards sweeper cover. Beautifully bowled by Nostush. He bowled this slower in the air, kept it away from the batter outside the off stump, and Umair could not quite get the connection that he wanted, and again a brilliant catch over there in the deep on the offside at sweeper cover by the fielder. This is top class bowling, brilliant fielding by Dallas. What a performance this has been overall, and they are really showing it how it needs to be done. That's the 5th wicket down, and this time Umair, third catch here for Ali Sheikh. Umair departs for 42 of 39. It's 115 for 5, and we'll be back in a few seconds. Alright, then it's Nostush here. He's got his second wicket. It's brilliant bowling. I mean, he does it so consistently for his team. Nostush, an amazing left arm spinner. We saw him do it with the bat last week for Dallas. As Nostush coming in, this is the arm ball, and it's a dot ball here. Final ball of the 19th coming up, and it is 115 for 5. It is the new batter who's walked in, is Mohit Patel. He's on strike here facing Nostush. This time Mohit steps down using his feet. He's played it over the head of the bowler. A single towards long on. So that's the end of the 19th. It's 116 for 5, and we will be back in a few seconds.
Took that last corner pretty quick.
Sir, I need one hand on the roof, one hand on the pump.
Timeout for Sunoco Go Rewards.
Keep pumping.
With new Sunoco Go rewards, when you fuel, you save, because rewards come first.
So that's the final over of the match coming up here. It is 116 for 5, and it's going to be a big win here for Dallas again, because 67 to win in 6 balls, 5 wickets in hand for Chicago Blasters. Chicago Blasters still to get a win in this campaign, but what a campaign this has been for Dallas. They continue their winning run, their good form, and this Musa Stadium, it's been like a fortress for Dallas. They've done brilliantly on this ground this year. Last year as well, their captain Corey Anderson, he got 100 over here, and on this ground, as we see the Lone Star Athletics team getting ready here. They were on the camera just a few seconds back. It is the final over coming up. It's going to be bowled by Surya. 2 overs, none for 10 by Surya. He bowled well up front. He was bowling against Awais Zia, and he did a good job by keeping the pressure on. And now it's just a formality. Last 6 balls of this match. Surya is coming left arm over. He's bowling from the Macy Ranch end, and it's 116 for 5 Chicago. In comes Surya, is bowling left arm over. This is the angle away from the right-handed batter. It's just a single here towards point. It is 117 for 5 now, as we are getting ready for the final 5 balls of this match. It's the left-handed batter Jay Patel on strike. Jay is batting on 14 of 11 with 1-6. Mohit Patel batting on 2 of 3 balls. And Surya continuing the field for Surya. He's got a long on, he's got a long off, he's got a fielder at third man, he's got a fielder at extra cover, and he's got one fielder at deep square leg on the leg side. Those are the 5 fielders out. Surya coming left arm over. He's bowling to Jay. This is the back of length ball. It's played towards long off. It's just a single. Last 4 balls of the match. Now it's 118 for 5. Surya coming left arm over. Mohit this time he's picked it up towards long on. It's just a single here again. Surya comes left arm over. This time it's the left-handed Jay on strike. This is well bowled by Surya. He bowled it outside the off stump, not in the arc for Jay, where he was trying to play the big shot. And it is 119 for 5 now. We are in the final phase of this match. Last 2 balls left. What a game this has been from Dallas. We talk about it time and again, but it's just the sort of performance you expect from a top-class team. Convincing win coming up here for Dallas. Last 2 balls. 5th ball this time, Jay giving himself some room. He's played it over the head of point. It's gone towards the sweeper cover boundary. It's 4 runs over here for Jay. A good shot over here. Nicely done by Jay. He gets his first boundary. He's got 1. This is his first 4. So with this boundary, the score for Chicago is 123 for 5. Jay moves on to 19 of 14 balls. Final ball match coming up. Surya is into his 3rd over, and he's given away 17 runs of 17 balls. As we see the last ball of this match coming up, 60 to win. And in comes Surya left arm over. It's Jay on strike. This time it's full, and this time it's picked up by Jay, but this will be the 4th catch for Ali Sheikh towards long on. So a wicket to finish this game. And after 20, Chicago Blasters, they finish on 123 for 5. And which means that Dallas have won this game by 59 runs. What a convincing performance here. Dallas won the toss, elected to bat. Sujit and Sushant, they started beautifully. Sujit made 83 of 55. Sushant 40 of 15. The captain Corey got a good knock, got a good score of 25. And then from the bowler's perspective, Chiranjeevi for Chicago Blasters, he was really good. 4 overs, 3 for 18. Mohit Patel, 4 overs, 3 for 30. And then when Chicago came to bat, they could not quite get going. They lost Awais Zia up front, and then Umair, he scored 42 of 39. But nothing that could take them close to the target. Top class from bowling by Dallas. Nostush again, 3 overs, 2 for 19. Ali Sheikh bowled beautifully. He took 4 catches, but did not get a wicket with the ball, but bowled brilliantly. 12. Adnan Harun 3 overs, 2 for 13. And Sahib picked up 1 wicket, and in the end Surya, he picked up 1 wicket on the last ball of the match. So that's it from here. Dallas has won this game, and they have won it convincingly by 59 runs, and we'll be back in a few minutes for the second game between Lone Star Athletics and Chicago Tigers. Thank you. Coming up. His second ball. In comes Surya, left arm over. This is beautifully bowled, but what a shot that one by Awais Zia. He rocked onto the back foot. This one was outside the off stump, and he's played it beautifully away from the fielder at point, and that's gone towards the backward point boundary. That's 4 runs. Nostush to Awais Zia. This time again, it's the arm ball, the quicker one. But what a shot that one by Awais. He's played it away from the fielder at point, and that's his second boundary. Awais. Over the head of long on, what a shot this one. It's coming towards the commentary box. It's 6 runs all the way. As let's see what happens. This time it's the arm ball and appeal for it before, and that's a wicket. Nostush gets his man. Awais Zia, he tried to play this arm ball off the back foot, wrapped on the pads, and that's right in front. A good call by the umpire. Long gone and deep square leg 2 outside the circle. Sahib coming in. This is a bouncer. Beautifully played off the back foot. This is going towards the fine leg boundary. What a pull shot this one by the batter. It's almost like he was. Final ball of the 5th coming up. It's Sahib bowling. This time stepping down, and what a shot this one. He's played it over the head of the bowler, and this has gone all the way towards the side screen for a 6. The batter's mind now. We'll see what happens. Ali Sheikh coming in. This time it's flighted and played back to the bowler. It's a single towards mid-off, but it's a misfield, and that's gone towards the long off boundary for 4. And it's Waqas batting on 16 of 9 balls. He's on strike. This is outside the off stump. This time Waqas, he has tried to play the big shot, and he's got a leading edge, and what a catch that one by the wicket keeper. This is brilliantly done. This ball was all the way in the air, and Waqas tried to play the big from the PL and then This time it's beautifully picked up by Shahir, and it's gone towards the deep mid-wicket boundary. It's gone all the way for 6. Batting on 4 of 13. This time it's flighted, and this time it's nicely played by Umair over the head of Adnan. It's gone towards the side screen for 2 after 11.4. Next ball coming up. This time Shahir dances down, and well, he's played it, but he's not quite connected it. This is a simple catch to long off. This is beautifully bowled by Adnan. We were talking about it. He's not afraid to give the ball any air. And Ali Nazam has walked in, the captain here. But this time it's down the leg side. It's nicely flicked away. It is going towards the backward square leg boundary. That's over. Adnan Harun coming right arm over. This time Iqbal walking down the track. He's played it towards long on. It's not quite connected. Again, an easy catch here for Ali Sheikh. This is beautiful bowling by Adnan Harun. The captain Iqbal, he danced down the track, tried to play the big shot over long on. Abhimanyu bowling to Umair. Umair using his feet. This time he's picked it up, and this is gone over the head of the bowler. It's gone over the head of the next ball of the over. Umair on strike. This is short. This time Umair opening the face. It is beautifully played, and it's going towards the third man boundary. This is nicely done by Umair. So this was a good shot. He picked his gap. As we see the first ball of the 18th coming up. Abhimanyu to Umair. This time he's picked it up, and well, this looks interesting because this is gone for a boundary. This probably could have. So it is this time again the left-hander dancing down the track. He's played it over the head of the ball was flighted by Abhimanyu, and the batter using his second spell. He's bowling from the Pier end end. This time Umair, he walks down the track. This is beautifully played by Umair, and it's gone for a boundary straight back past the bowler. So Umair has this time Nostush coming left arm over Umair. This time he stepped down the track, and this will be a catch towards sweeper cover. Beautifully bowled by Nostush. He bowled this slower in the air, kept it away from the batter outside the off stump. Convincing win coming up here for Dallas. Last 2 balls. 5th ball, this time Jay giving himself some room. He's played it over the head of point. It's gone towards the sweeper cover boundary. It's 4 runs over here for Jay. Strike. This time it's full, and this time it's picked up by Jay, but this will be the 4th catch for Ali Sheikh towards long on. So a wicket to finish this game. And after 20, Chicago Blasters, they finish on 123 for 5, and which means that Dallas have won this game.
You're watching the Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship, presented by Sunoco.